I needed to be noted. I will be fake if I need to.
You're bought and sold.
If you do anything for money, you'll do anything for money.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Why would I rock a boat that could end everything right now?
Cool, nigga. Better. Get to them nipples.
This is what Dave was willing to say with cameras in front of his face.
But he is first team all racial confusion. I don't know what.
There's not a single thing about this clip that I'm offended at. Joe's tactic, that was a Tone Groove tactic.
So you can criticize me, but I can't criticize you. That's what this is. Did you get to that point in the season when they showed the titties?
I did. It was
satisfying. Biggest payoff.
Yeah, nigga, you was up, nigga. Well, it wasn't dumb, nigga.
It was dumb.
I wonder out of y'all two who's the most closed-minded.
I'm not closed-minded.
You don't fuck with tomato basil?
What kind of
basil?
What are you saying then? Go both ways. I said exactly what I said. You're not about to just like get me into this little thing.
Like niggas don't check emails, Julian. What the f are you talking about?
Lord Jamar.
He's not a sellout.
Him and Godfrey hadn't even fallen out. It hasn't even been six months yet.
You don't sell your soul for free.
But that's why, yes, Lucifer gave him a good deal.
Damn, Jamar's pathetic and disgraces everything he represents.
Or probably got one of those remote vibrators on him right now. Like just in him. And Vlad is just playing with it. I'm just saying.
You hear what you're saying right now?
Yeah.
This ain't I'm talking about.
Bum, beat 'em, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, it's the pod about your favorite pod. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Genos.
AJ the Menace.
Wyman on the boards.
Yeah.
Evan right beside him.
That's me.
That's him. We are we. Y'all are y'all. Like the video, share, subscribe, comment down below your hashtag office hours in the comment section below. Partner at the end of the show, we get to answer some of y'all questions about us, the pod, critiques, your life, relationship problems, why you have, HIV, all that. Speaking of HIV, we talked about it a little bit in the Patreon, so go check that out, $5. Yeah. Great conversations.
Scary information.
Scary information.
For some people.
Look at your neighbors very closely, dog.
Yes.
This shit is all around us.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go into the description. The commercials that we've been having are from the Everyday Club, our sponsors of these episodes. It's a YouTube channel starting out. It's vlog. It's not vlogs. It's like reality show between a couple, Ryan and Evan. They are actually like family. Like Ryan Wonder. These are my people. They're all over this page. Yeah. So yeah, make sure y'all in there dropping graduation caps in the comments because our paid sponsors. We gotta put them numbers over there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let them see.
Yeah.
What they're getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We got to show the diversity in their intellect. They can get down with a couple different things.
Make sure y'all give them those clicks because every click matters because it's a new channel too. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you just help them out. Throw them a like, drop a hat cat in the comment.
Drop a cap in the comment section on every video.
Facts.
Show some love. We're going to be looking for your names too.
Definitely.
And if we see them, we might, I don't know, do some special shout them out. Have some like movie credit shit. I don't know. We might do so. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
But we have to like give niggas a reason.
That's a good idea.
Something. Yeah.
Just don't promise nothing we ain't gonna do though.
Help us help you.
Yeah.
Help us help you or help you help us. Blah 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 blah.
Love.
Dog. That's all it is.
Yeah, man.
All love, no Diddy.
Not a super heavy show, but we do got some good stuff. Let me go through the syllabus real quick. We got good watches again, of course. We got DJ Akademiks going against The Breakfast Club and Joe Budden Network, just pretty much calling them cowards. We got Rory and Mal podcast, beefing with Julian. Something wrong with the. We got Cory Holcomb 5150 with Just Hilarious. Got Dave Portnoy. We got Mark Lamont. We do and don't have Mark Lamont Hill versus Brandon from No Jumper just because I just got that like 2 seconds before we started the show.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't get to watch it, but it's a thing.
We gonna look at it.
I missed them though, didn't I? That was it.
And we go office hours.
Oh, DJ Vlad. Lord Jamar returning to DJ Vlad for sure.
Stooping to new lows.
Yeah. And then office hours, of course, where we answer the questions that y'all sent in. We didn't have that many office hours, but everybody came through with books, which is fire.
Soliloquies.
Yeah. So that's
we're gonna get AJ to read them all.
No, that's not true.
In full.
But yeah, that's
the best reader, nigga.
That's the best part. But yeah, we'll jump into these good watches first.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
New on Everyday Club.
I want to zoom in on it. The experience alone is 10 out of 10, but like
folding it, eating with the different ways you can eat it depends on your flavor, your palate, but changes the way it tastes.
watch now.
And the toilet is clean enough for you to sit your ass on it. That is impressive.
Did you throw up in there?
Oh, I'm just pooping. You know how I be.
Welcome to AS Color. So I like this one because
We're doing all powder.
so I stood here one day for like 4 hours just trying to make one basket. Money.
That child is going to be a pro athlete.
Look at your little. Oh, it's hot.
This is very hot, yeah.
Oh.
Is it working? Does that look center to you? I don't know, is it Ryan?
Business. All right, so we have our giant check. Evan's gonna press the button so you guys can see that it's real. Evan's very good at spinning it.
Like and subscribe.
Join us, it's going to be a good time.
All right, we're gonna start with Michael. Is it Michael Beasley versus Lance? I don't know.
Michael Beasley versus Lance Stevenson was
Yes.
the best $24.99 that I've spent on the internet probably ever, dog.
Oh, we talking about this?
Yeah, like in terms of pay-per-view events from a YouTube channel, I don't want to say small content creators, but they not like Mr. Beast level of production.
Right.
These niggas is just in courts.
They're still growing.
Straight 1v1s. They can't even control the climate fully. Like, it'd be humid as hell in there. The ball be slippery. But shout out to the next chapter. They pulled off some huge shit.
Nigga, I loved it.
It was amazing, dog.
I loved it.
So first of all, like they've been doing this for a while, and every season it just grows. This season they had Kyrie Irving come in.
What season you think this is?
This is season 3. Maybe 4. Regardless, though, they had Kyrie Irving come in. He was on the commentating table. He even upped the pot because originally they was playing for $50,000.
Yeah.
But Kyrie came in, doubled it, so now it was $100K. And then we might see in the face-off if we got that clip. It almost had niggas' homes and mortgages and child support payments attached to that shit too.
Yeah.
But this was just a great event, and it was pure basketball, dog. Like, it's hard. This was more entertaining than the game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was
just the atmosphere they created.
How many games in are we right now?
This is game 2.
Game 2
today.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
tonight.
Okay, I'll leave
And in terms of like independent like
Right.
content
Production.
creation,
Yeah.
and because they hired somebody else, I forgot the name of their company, but it was a good
the
good
ones
production
that
company.
actually did the production on it.
But regardless,
Yeah, that was there.
it was just in terms of it being independent, like they really upped the bar on like what you can do and like just the scope of like, you know, how important basketball is. Like this is how important, like it's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Because Michael
Football
Beasley,
could never.
this is Michael Beasley's second season. He won the first season
On
with
the
Mario
show.
Chalmers,
Gotcha.
and that shit was pretty good.
It was dope.
It was just a lot of good basketball. If you enjoy basketball and Michael Beasley, you're gonna love it.
Should we spoil who won or no?
Well, it's already out.
It's already Michael Beasley, of
yeah.
course.
I mean, I guess there are
and it was a
clips everywhere.
foregone conclusion. If you thought Lance was gonna win,
Yeah.
you either from Coney Island or you're blind.
Yeah.
'Cause, nigga, Michael Beasley is like a mythical feature when it comes to 1v1s.
Yeah.
Right? Feature, creature.
Yeah,
He's so mysterious. I don't even know what to call him.
yeah, nigga, don't say his
He's
name
all
too
over
much.
the place, nigga.
This face off, I mean, it's pretty much from the like battle rap was doing face offs first, and I've always hated face offs. I just thought they were never good, really, until Cassidy. I never liked him until Cassidy got there because he's so crazy.
He's so charismatic.
Yeah, it's just like Cassidy in battle rap. Period was just a train wreck.
Surf got good face-offs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He does actually.
What about
yeah.
Daylight?
But I don't run to those face-offs at all. Like,
Yeah.
it has to really be a good one.
Yeah.
But this shit, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm watching.
It was nigga, he sold another 3 million pay-per-view.
Yeah, he did.
Bro.
Off the
Like,
rip,
they
bro.
sold this fight. This is only, I think, like 40 seconds of a 26-minute long conversation.
Yeah. Let's just listen to this.
I gotta tell you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Fuck what you gonna do, bitch? Sweep through left, nigga. If you stop it, nigga, I'm gonna spin, nigga. If you stop it, I'm gonna step back. If you stop it, I'm gonna go the other way, nigga. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna talk to you, nigga. I'm gonna teach you why I'm sexing you the fuck up, nigga. This ain't. All right. The fuck is you? This consensual, nigga. I want the people to know that. Make sure you get a bigger shirt, cause I'm gonna be in that motherfucker. I ain't wearing no shirt. Cool, nigga. Better. Get to them nipples. You hear me? Yeah, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real sexual, nigga. It's gonna be real sensual, nigga. I'm gonna do it to you, nigga. I'm gonna real do it to you, nigga. You hear me?
It gets worse.
And I wish it would have continued because
it gets worse.
Like 20 seconds, Lance was just like, "Ooh, I love it. I love it."
He started brushing his beard.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, Mike, don't do that to me."
He was like, don't tease me with a good time.
But it was honestly amazing.
And he got to his nipples.
And we didn't even talk about the people that played under the card. But their games,
because there was like 4 games.
It was like
there was
6 games in total.
Okay.
I believe
those were great.
Yeah.
And yeah,
those are the niggas that we were seeing in them other joints that we were watching,
Yes.
right? Doing the elimination leading
they
up to
all
this.
earned their spot
Gotcha.
in that game.
Yeah. Okay,
But-
gotcha.
And it was a star-studded event. Like John Wall was in that bitch. It was a
Where
bunch
do
of
they have
NBA
it?
players.
Nah,
It was
just
eight
in
of them.
Miami.
Miami.
It was
Yeah,
somewhere
some gym
in
in
Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it available? I didn't watch it.
It was on
I
their
knew y'all did
website.
that.
You had to go to their website,
let's-
purchase the pay-per-view ticket.
let's go to their website
Some
just
niggas
so
put it
that,
on layaway.
Just so that we can make sure.
I bought it with Klarna. I'm paying $6.16 for 3 weeks.
This is the Klarna thing that you did. Oh, gotcha. It's
the first
Oh,
time.
they made it available for everybody.
Brother,
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere, dog.
Letting a nigga Klarna
The merch-
$20 or $25 is real.
Yeah. And the merch is kind of cool.
This is ours.
I can get busy with that.
Yeah,
And-
let me see. Yeah, this merch is nice.
And you
This
can
merch is
only
pretty good.
access the game from the website.
Yeah.
Where at up here?
You have to sign in.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got your login?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that.
Put it out on.
It's okay. They just know go to the website.
Well, you can really just go if you were trying to look at like some of the highlights real quick.
That's on Twitter.
You can just look that shit up on Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah, for
Instagram,
sure.
YouTube. But
TNC
this
been
was a
doing
hell of
their
a game, dog.
They've been doing their thing for a minute. I forgot the announcers' names, but they're a group too.
B. Ellis, Marcus something. I forgot the dude in the middle, and Kyrie Irving.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're a very integral part of like the whole experience of the game.
B. Ellis and A. Millie.
But yeah, man, the incredible face-off.
And this is another thing.
Did we have the other one?
This is essentially just another. I didn't have more than one link. I only had one link.
Hey, Lauren, try to find that
Yeah,
one
trying
we
to find,
watched.
trying to find the set the part 2, dog.
I got you.
It gets
It's on LOI too?
Gets even more consensual.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it a little. It's basketball,
Yeah,
of course.
we had to touch on this shit.
Yeah, let's watch
Well,
this.
I think this is when he was trying to double up the money.
Oh, yeah, now I'm talking about the real sexy one.
Yeah, we're the real sexy one, Lord.
This ain't it.
Nah,
Yeah,
you remember the
freaky-
sexy one we watched on YouTube Shorts?
Get the freaky one. Let me see if I can find it for y'all.
The history for that.
Real
But,
sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lance didn't really seem like he was too against it.
Yeah.
Like he was taking them sexual advances on the beard, nigga. He just kept brushing and blushing.
Exactly.
I was like, okay, Lance. But
well, I mean, it just sounds like he
Aiden Ross was in the building.
he respected when to step back and let a nigga sell this package. Like he sold that shit.
I think he finally met his match. Because up until the Lance Stephenson's character is to be the guy that Michael Beasley's being, but it's just like there's always a bigger dog.
Yeah.
There's always a crazier nigga. Somebody put in one of the comments, he was like, Michael Beasley's one of them niggas you don't feel fully safe around.
Yeah,
Like even when
facts.
y'all cool, it's just like, yo, this nigga could just kind of blow
Slightly
the
on
lid
edge at all
in 80
times,
seconds.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, all right, whatever he says is right, I guess.
But let's listen to this real quick.
But I'm gonna do it to you real. I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. You understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. You understand? I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real. I'm gonna make the people love you. Already. I'm gonna have you shake that ass, nigga. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't gonna get shaking ass. No. Nobody in the world ever did that. Hello, everybody. Nobody at your service.
you can't make that kind of insanity up, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he could be in a movie. He just has to play a specific nigga, but he can play it perfectly.
He could play like a traumatized soldier in a Tyler Perry movie.
PTSD.
Yeah. Something like that.
PTSD would be great. Yeah.
PTSD, he got that shit in space, dog.
But the other one that I have, it's a finance guy. He's been a legend for a while. I don't even remember his name again, but I watch his clips all the time. What's his name?
Oh, this dude.
Dave Ramsey?
He be on with
Dave
his wife?
Ramsey. Well, he has a whole crew now. Like
Yeah,
he has a
okay.
whole crew like that answers callers' calls.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
But-
be asking simple questions sometimes. I don't know if
Oh,
they just
man,
be
he
cherry
be
picking
go-
them shits for the clips.
For sure, of course.
Yeah, but they be
yeah.
asking like, yo, how do I fucking open a business account?
But
It's like you go to
yo,
the
he's
thing.
so savage with the shit. Like his
Yeah.
financial advice. If anybody's ever had financial hardships, they've stumbled across his page and Graham Stephan. I feel like those are like
Yeah.
the top two that everybody's watched a couple of them videos to figure out how to get right again. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's helped me out of debt so far.
Who, Graham? Or
going with
his book,
the Ramsey.
His book, yeah.
What's the name of the book?
Total Money Makeover.
Total Money Makeover.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that shit sounds like it be on what's that one Home Improvement Network?
HGTV.
HGTV.
And if you want to stay poor, listen to Gary Vee.
What?
I don't know. Gary Vee, you know,
Gary Vee will have you at
Gary
Vee will make you drop out of college.
You must.
He will make you drop out of college, and you'll be at every yard sale.
You'll be at every sweating.
Yeah. For real though, or at the dollar store.
Yes,
reselling shit on eBay.
Stressing,
hungry.
But yeah, let's.
Okay.
You want to hear this?
Yeah. Watch it too. Yeah,
I got you.
This is my daughter, Maddie. We're at a car dealership right now, and she's about to buy her first car. Tell me how you're buying your first car.
This morning, I went to the bank. I got my first car loan. I qualified for $15,000.
At what interest rate?
3.5%. With the money that I have saved up, I have $7,000 in cash. I'm going to invest that into an Airbnb property and get 14% interest back, so that way I can use that money to pay off my car loan. So basically, kind of getting a car for free.
What's that called?
Arbitrage.
Boom. You buy assets that then cash flow and pay for your stuff.
Never thought of it.
I mean, he's so proud.
Well, I mean, he's so slimy.
There's a few things.
You need to take a shower after watching that.
Oh my gosh.
It's called arbitrage, okay, which is Greek for I'm stupid.
Hey, he hate that nigga.
But that's all he had to say?
No. This is part one. He keeps going in. But his also, you also got to know what his like mindset is like. Yeah. It's not borrowing; it's having the money for it.
Having the money for it.
It's like he's not a credit card nigga.
Yeah, nah.
Have the best credit score. Like his method is
liquid cash.
You get out of debt. You get out of debt. You save for what you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't buy what you can't afford. Like it's living off the cash
your means.
that you fucking have. Period. And if you're not living off your cash,
being smart with it.
Yeah, and how to eradicate your debt too. Yeah. That's his whole 411 for sure.
The debt snowball effect, man. The debt snowball. That's what I
essentially. Yeah, I wonder if that's. I don't know if that's what he put in his like.
It's in his book.
But I wonder if that's what put him on. Like within finance world, I don't know.
Like just that.
But we can just go. We can just go to his shorts. I mean, this page is fantastic. Like, and I like how.
I kind of want to see what he had to say about this whole free car situation.
Hey, you investing now?
Hey. Like, how is this bad?
Nah, man, that's hilarious.
But I do like how he has other people taking calls too. It's not always based on him anymore.
Yeah,
he's got a good cabinet of people.
Yeah, there's this show, the Ramsey Show, is like. This shit is a high functioning operation, you know?
Yeah.
So I do enjoy just watching how high functioning it is. Cause even like, I just like, you can even hear them when they're taking calls. They might start rambling. They're like, but that's not important. I got to go ahead. I got 60 more seconds. Like, they really
dialed in.
They're surgical, bro. I like that.
Because a lot of these people are probably business professionals.
Well, they're thinking about it in terms of the playback and the clip, like getting to the answer. That's what I'm talking about. They're correcting their performance.
Yeah,
like people outside of him. He's always like that.
Trained.
Yeah, he's got his employees. He got him on point.
Yeah, he kind of seems like the Dr. Phil of finance.
I saw him on a stage doing like a speech. Bruh, if you listen to it on mute, I'm like, this nigga looks like a white pastor, like Joel Osteen type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's really what it looked like. Because the clip was pretty much him talking about how his FICO score is zero. Sorry, his FICO score is 0, and if he went into a bank for a loan, they wouldn't give him one. But he can buy the apartment complex next to the bank in cash. Like that was his flex.
Yeah, part of his philosophy is like too many people just aren't good with money, so they do things with money that would seem smart if you're good with money. So like that clip with him and the dude and his daughter, like that's not smart because she's not. We're thinking she's not really that well adept with money yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the principles, the proper way to approach things, like
putting these complexities on it.
Also, the discipline to do the right thing when you take those risks and chances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Is he completely against leveraging debt though?
Nah. It's just not the way.
He's a little strict on these circumstances. For sure. There's some benefit to that.
It's not what he would do, and it's not what most people should do because most people can't leverage it properly.
They don't have the discipline.
Discipline to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Shit.
Ain't had the Mr. Miyagi to really, put it in their head.
Are you disciplined now?
Not enough, but yeah.
But you're getting there. That's the whole point though.
You're not what do you be doing?
I'm disciplined. I said not enough.
Jay's like, I'm sick of this shit.
Nah, I said not enough. I've done amazing.
I was about to say, nigga, you're pretty disciplined.
Yourself too, though.
Nah, I think I could. You could always go harder. That's the mentality I have. You could always go harder.
Like you don't always give yourself the full credit for what you've done and how far you come.
No, I do. I give myself the credit now, but I got more to go. That's all.
I know that's right.
Still climbing.
Subscribe for that.
You hear that shit? Climb your way out of debt, dog.
Got more to go.
Got more to go, man.
Lauren can, you can too.
But that's it. Those are my 2 good watches for this week. Let's jump into this day Portnoy.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy, leader of Barstool. Everybody knows him. Used to be comedian. He kind of doesn't really talk about his past anymore. But overall, what happened was he was outside doing one of his pizza reviews, his infamous pizza reviews. Everybody loves him. Mm-hmm. The Caucasians love him. They trust his word. They trust his palate. They trust his tongue. And, speaking of tongue, somebody, was going off at it. And somebody was passing him, right? He was holding the pizza. And, they shouted out, F the Jews. And some kids behind him started laughing. Mm. Let's just watch this. It's very quick. Let's just get this out the way.
That's what kids do, though. You retweeted this?
Hell yeah.
I just noticed. I was like, why is LOY up there?
Oh my God.
So he's calling this old school terraza. One bite, everybody knows the rules. We didn't get here the first time. Place is very cool on the inside. We got Frankie Lasagne's whole story, which almost seemed borderline not believable. See, there we go. There we go. What are you guys fucking laughing about? Terrible. Exactly. So here we go. One bite, everybody knows the rules. We won't let that get into what is that Toronto hospitality there?
Pause. Now let's go to the second link. So I believe it was Wednesday, right? So on Wednesday's episode of a show called The Unnamed Show, and by the way, this is under Barstool Sports. So it's basically he was on his employee show talking about the situation. And the host name was Kirk Minihane. It got a little, wait, go back. Sorry, Lauren. Nah, go out of that.
Out of this?
Yeah.
Wrong link.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, go to the video all the way down.
All the way down?
Yeah.
This one right here. I got you.
Yeah. So they were on the show. It's called The Unnamed Show. And they were talking about the situation. And it got very heated, all because of the basis of what free speech is. And so, and that's kind of what this conversation is going to lead to. Let's play about 30 seconds. Let's listen to it.
All right.
I think right now you probably
nothing.
Don't do
nothing. Silence everything. What do you? Every comedian, don't tell a joke about it. Because Dave, that's how the world works. I agree with you.
Go back to your question. When does freedom of speech impinge
That was your
on freedom
question,
of
not
religion?
mine. That was your question. Not
Answer
mine.
it.
How many deaths?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. What's
American citizens.
What's your answer to that question?
Now.
Okay, we're there.
Now.
So now what? So now what do we do?
So maybe you stop with the fucking Jew jokes and act like it's not a big deal when someone does fuck the Jews in a bar.
Or no, but here's the thing. I'm with you 1,000% on that. You should have fucking kicked those people out. Of course you should.
I'm not talking about kicking them out. I'm talking about.
You want to go to jail? Like, what do you want? Like, those guys.
You are defending this guy Mick for what he said right after that happened. He's not anti-Semitic.
I'm not defending him. No,
if your brain goes in,
I'm not defending him, Dave. What I'm saying is, you should have him on here or somebody else like that and fucking fight with them because then you have a conversation.
That's what this idiot wants.
Dave, these guys that wrote the thing at the bar, fuck the Jews, right?
Yes.
You're going to fucking fly them to Auschwitz. Some guy tweets at you something. You want to fucking... He's not...
Kirk, it was a bar I owned. It was a bar I owned.
They should have been kicked out. So, but my thing is...
No, it's not just kick out, Kirk. Are you ignoring what's going on in the world
No,
right
I'm
now?
not. What, Dave, what do you want to do with those guys? What do you want to do with those guys at the bar? Put them in jail for 50 years? Fine. I don't care.
I didn't say that. You're quite literally changing everything you say, Kirk. If you just want me to kick him out, not mention it, not care that this kid is anti-Semitic, shut up. If you just want me to ignore it,
don't tell me to shut up. Don't tell me.
Shut the fuck up, you bald fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's get it. Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, it's kill. I'll never recover from that, Dave. Go ahead, continue. I'll never recover.
Well, you're the one who like, oh, big boss man, don't tell. I'll tell you work for me.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
You little bitch, you work for me.
Sure, you bet. For now,
you
continue.
don't? For now, quit. I don't care. I'll save 500 grand.
Is this show or not a show? Like, is this a show or not a show? Like, we can't have a conversation?
You're an idiot.
Okay, continue.
You're literally saying people should be allowed to make Jew jokes, say whatever they want right fucking now. That's
Yes, I think people should be allowed to make jokes.
So how many motherfucking Jews have to be killed before you stop?
Pause.
Everybody.
Whoa, what the fuck?
That shit got, and I'm glad you gave the context of this is his employee.
This is
if you just look at it like a regular pile, okay, they disagree, but
this is his. I'll say $500,000. You fuck. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But now
he called him bald. He ain't even really that bald.
Now he's spazzing out. He's being a hypocrite, and we're gonna look at the reasons why. Because like he's a comedian or used to be, right?
Without eyebrows.
The nigga on the right.
Yes, and
well, the nigga in the middle. You talking about Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Who's you talking about?
He was talking about the guy on the
I thought
right.
you were talking about the guy on the far right.
No, I was talking about Dave.
The nigga on the far left is a mime. I was waiting for him to like see like
No.
what he was getting on.
He read the room perfect.
Yeah, he did.
It's up right now. Let me set.
He did his job correctly.
He
honestly.
did.
He
I
didn't
have.
blink, dog.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to get in this. These niggas are really at it right now.
Yeah.
Now out of
because it's more is deeper than the conversation they're having. This is personal.
Yeah.
This is very personal, and he's being a super hypocrite. He owns bar stools.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what Barstool is known for. It's not, I wouldn't say it's the most degrading thing. It's not a no jumper. But it's also a lot of mindless shit with, jokes, humor, comedic shit at the expense of other people
like
sometimes.
a lot of the shows that they
a lot of the shows.
They type walk the line. Yeah.
You get what I mean?
It's not highbrow intellectual shit.
And on top of that, matter of fact, go out of this. Let's go this. Go to the last one.
So
the bottom right.
Before we go to that, that's the one you should retweet it real quick. Hey, now before we get into this, pulling that card on your employee is crazy.
Yes, that was yes.
That means you're
we
losing,
can't skip
right?
over that. That's
we can't. I'm leaving the Jew shit to the side.
Yeah.
What that
crazy.
shit was just now was, but I've never heard somebody not say he wasn't an asshole and a dickhead. Like he fits all those names I've heard for him for Portnoy.
Yeah.
So it's like
he's been anointed.
This is actually not shocking at all.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting to see though.
Niggas without eyebrows, dog.
Because then it comes down to, do you stay?
And
we know he gonna do that. He's comfortable.
Because he even said like real slickly, he was like, for now.
He did. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He hit every level in terms of like just crossing the line. He was like,
and the Dave was like, quit, bitch.
You're my boss. No, you're my employee. Shut the fuck up, bitch. He called him out. He went everywhere,
He
bro.
called him bald. Like
he went to every level. And then you work here for now. Like he didn't miss a fucking thing.
Which is why you don't offend the Jews.
So do you, as the person that happens to, it's like, I don't know.
You can't stay there.
Podcasting is podcasting. You know what I'm saying?
Can't stay there, man.
I understand it's not like your corporate job, because if that happened in a corporate job, you got HR and shit.
HR.
You know what I mean?
So
like
much tape up for
he's fucked. In this situation, you can just continue to go back to work. You just
you got to spit on his pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to get him back, dog.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you got to shit in his trash
You
can
got
or
to wipe
something.
your ass with his pepperoni.
Real quick, can we just look at that guy? They're virtual too. That's also another thing to keep in mind.
Yes.
Next time I see you in person, would he have this energy in person?
Probably.
I do believe he would have this energy in person.
Yes.
But that's all. You always got to consider that.
And let's hear it.
But do we think? What's this nigga's name?
Kirk.
Do we think he's married?
His
gotta
name
go
is
home and see her wife
his
and
name
children.
is employee 1 from now on.
I'm okay with that.
Employee
Well, no, employee
you can't
2
give him
because
more.
the silent one is
Employee
winning.
2.
Yeah.
The silent one knows what the fuck to do.
He's employee of the month.
But fuck,
You gotta
let's
go home and look at your girl in the face after that happened to you.
Yeah, you better hope she don't like and
I
subscribe.
took the video off, so I don't know exactly what point that was where he was going crazy.
Oh,
It was kind of like
it
in
was
the
right
middle,
there.
because where your mouse is at, just go
Yeah.
back just a little bit. I think.
Yeah, that should be good.
And
Bring
like,
it back just a little bit more.
I think he talks like a little bit more shit. Let's see.
Because you saw his Oh, you want to go there?
But he
that
was
that was the warm up to him just violating this nigga.
The nigga on the left ain't
Wait,
even
I'm not gonna put. I put it on the screen the first time by accident.
Oh no, that's fine.
It's Barstool.
Oh
though.
wait,
it's Barstool. I didn't see the logo on the bottom.
You're right.
The logo's in the bottom. I saw it like at the end of the video.
Barstool, they got a tag.
Yeah, they got a tag. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just run it this without it.
I think so.
Hit us with a black
Oh
bitch.
shit.
Yeah,
They still got
black
the other thing
bitches.
going, too.
Oh my god,
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know what we would do.
He was going wild on
We
this.
can't make sketches against that.
Of course, it would do this dumb shit, right?
Right.
We gotta
When
really
those movies-
retaliate.
I hope that guy's not married.
Nah, he's probably married.
He's probably married.
Me, sure.
And
you
he
bet.
could probably.
For now.
Oh, you
Continue.
don't? For now, quit. I don't care.
Is this
500 grand.
is this show or
No,
not?
it's right here.
You're quite literally changing everything you say, Kirk. If you just want me to kick him out, not mention it, not care that this kid
Not at
is
all.
anti-Semitic,
Not at all.
shut
Not at all.
up. If you just want me to ignore
Don't
it,
tell me to shut up. Don't
shut the fuck up, you bald fuck.
Okay, go ahead.
How's that?
Oh, it's kill. I'll never recover from that, Dave. Go ahead, continue. I'll never recover.
Well, you're the one who big boss man, don't tell. I'll tell you, you work for me.
Okay, go ahead,
You
continue.
little bitch, you work for
Continue.
me.
Sure, you bet. For now,
Oh, you
continue.
don't? For now, quit. I don't
Well,
care. I'll take 500 grand.
is this show or not a show? Like, is this a show or not a show? Like, we can't have a conversation.
This is
He casually dropped his salary.
dropped.
What you mean?
He said, "I'll save 500 grand."
Yeah. And like this is what he says
He's
online.
not quitting. He's not quitting.
Yeah.
The
He
only,
makes 500K a year or per contract term. That's good talking on the mic.
Yeah.
He's not quitting. He's not
Especially probably
quitting.
like once or twice
Especially
a
after
week.
these views.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they
God
threw the
damn.
move.
Might need
But
to get a
yo,
raise, Loki.
This is
said,
what
I'll save 500 grand if I quit. Damn.
this
Yeah.
is what Dave was willing to say with cameras in front of his face. So imagine being in like boardroom meetings with the nigga.
Okay.
Dave's
Imagine
at
just
giving a
being his homie. Like,
giving a
this nigga
presentation.
is terrible.
Imagine if he doesn't like your pizza.
it's unfortunate because let's go to the
the
other
one now?
videos because he wasn't always like this, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't know if it's what money does to you or if he genuinely feels like because this whole point is like, you know, people saying this actually translate to harm in real life to like Jews.
This is with the Jewish talk. Okay.
You know what I mean?
This is we were all hate speech.
With
That's
all
the
hate-
argument for it.
That's the argument
That it
for it.
translates to real life violence.
But and that's he's trying to use that as a base of like kind of cutting off freedom of speech. But let's hear this. This was back in the day. I don't know what year, but you know, he still has a head of hair. So let's see.
Posted the following on your site. I never condone rape, but if you're a size 6 and you're wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped.
Correct. I stand by that.
Posted the following.
Let's go to the next slide.
So this
These are just examples.
This is a compilation of him
This
saying
just
fuck shit.
Examples
Gotcha.
of his hypocrisy.
Of him exercising the First
on
Amendment.
a lot of different bases. You know, that's just grape. You know, that's classic. Every comedian has touched on that. This one was about, you know, Colin Kaepernick.
I don't know how much we can put the comedian thing on him just because.
Yeah.
Because it didn't happen on the stage.
I feel like he's more of a writer anyway.
Yeah.
Like he was more of a writer than a comedian.
He coins himself, or he used to coin himself as that. And that's what people like saw him as. It's stand up. I mean,
He's got stand up out there?
he has to.
You could lose a comedian.
It's
title.
Dave.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's a muscle
It's okay.
you got to keep. You got to keep.
Just because you
riding.
did it once, you don't have to hold on to your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially if
It's not that up there.
you left the life behind. You can't claim that shit still.
It depends, though. It depends on how far you made it.
And how good you were.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but like,
Only how far you made it, really.
Yeah.
Well, that goes hand in hand.
he's like, y'all consider Adam Sandler his name though?
But he's consistently touring. Still, he does. He does too. You might not be like, we might not be
We
like.
won't hear about it all the
That's
time.
what I'm saying. But I mean, he's always at the arena over here.
But he's also done enough to where when he stops, you can still call him a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But that is not Dave.
Hell no.
Yeah, nah.
Dave Portnoy don't have a trunk full of just like classic movies I can refer to.
And it's
You
just-
don't got
you
a
know,
special like
No,
you don't
yeah,
got a
yeah.
that niggas know of.
But he calls himself a comedian if he is one, who knows? But let's just say he is one. This is like kind of committing sin for all intents and purposes. Because, you know, words is your game. Like that's your way of life.
They are.
So for you to get offended or to try to like banish people from saying certain words, it kind of goes against everything you stand for as like somebody that is an entertainer or, you know, a so-called comedian. I guess I don't even know now.
Yeah. Well,
I've never seen stand-up.
Contextually, too,
a lot
like
of
within
niggas-
the context of joking.
Yes.
Yeah, because it just he might
the joke.
Yeah, he might feel that way still, but he just sees it. He probably sees it in a different light with a teenager walking across the street just shouting that shit out.
That's different, though.
That's different than like.
That's definitely more malicious,
judging a
for sure.
nigga's stage bits.
Well, it's kind of all the same. Like it's like a troll, like it's a boom gang type of nigga. Like
you would want your
I know
comedians to be
as a
tougher than
teenager, if I was yelling shit across the street, it was definitely to be hurtful.
Yeah,
it wasn't to tell a good joke.
Well, I mean, it was to make the people around you laugh, though.
Yeah, but
it was just at somebody else's
probably the
expense.
mean spirit, though.
Well, like that's the thing. Like a good joke, it can sometimes mean a bad one. You know what I mean? Like just the absurdity of riding past a nigga and screaming out a slur is kind of absurd, and like depending on where you at, it could be funny.
Yeah.
Even if it happens to you, like you just walking out of Publix and somebody's like, "Hey, girl," it's like, what the fuck?
Well,
I can't believe that happened to me. You might come back. You might come back on homeroom and be like, "Nigga, I was outside and some crazy shit happened." Like you might laugh about it because it's just.
So I think we got to draw.
It's just
line
whatever.
And just in that argument, because I was with you up until that point. You know what I mean? Like the jokes in the Second Amendment, that all was cool, but
it's all this.
That's not necessarily funny though.
Yeah, but that's what. So if you think that, then you agree with Dave.
How so?
Because that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
So are you trying to stop freedom of speech? Or what are you doing, nigga?
Well, I mean, like just saying a racial slur or any slur isn't a joke. It's not necessarily like innately funny. You just saying shit.
And that's why I said sometimes. And first of all, 16-year-old kid, or at least it sounded like a child.
It definitely. Yeah.
That is a major
Younger
caveat,
person.
which is important.
For sure.
This isn't a 32-year-old man.
Yeah, right.
This is a 14-year-old boy. Let's say 14 to
Some
17.
shit like that,
All
yeah.
right,
High school.
give a rest.
You're still in school.
10.
Yeah.
So for them, the absurdity of that, just the randomness, and it's Dave Portnoy.
You think they do that?
It's not Ryan Seacrest, you know what I'm saying, or some other Jew that whatever Jewish man. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. You think 16-year-olds are like really going through like who's the more powerful Jewish dude?
No, I'm just saying that it's contextual to Dave because of who he is and what he's been in the news for. Like it's not. This is Dave. This is Barstools.
He's Reddit fodder. So it's
exactly
just like, the level. Yeah, the nigga isn't like somebody you're gonna see on MSNBC. Being a pundit.
He's not. He doesn't have a single Boy Scout medal. Like, let alone he'll never get an Emmy award. This isn't some stand-up guy in society.
Yeah, I don't think people really want to know.
He's just a rich guy in society.
It's a rich guy in society who's
that owns a network that's essentially like frat humor,
and who's worked very hard for it. He's worked very hard for it. For sure. Can't take that away. He works very hard.
This is another Dave Portnoy saying some wild shit about Colin Kaepernick.
About Colin Kaepernick and Arabs, man. Let's
First
listen
of all,
to this.
Colin Kaepernick taking that knee, because I'm assuming he's taking a knee in this video, right?
That's
what I'm
Colin
assuming.
Kaepernick not standing for the national anthem.
Okay,
at the
yeah.
Store. Yeah.
Doesn't this look like something that happened in the 90s?
Yeah, this does look like maybe even the 80s.
Yeah, this feels really old all of a sudden, but I'm
VHS
now I'm really trying to
it was a while ago now.
But this was the 2000s though.
Yeah, how long ago was it?
It was like 2012ish, right?
My big
No,
Damn,
it was like
2012.
it was like
clumsy.
I don't know. It was a long time ago now, though.
Yeah, when did Colin Kaepernick take his knee?
How do you spell that nigga's name?
Yeah, he ain't stood up since.
Yo, that sounds crazy.
PP. I think it's definitely KAP.
No, KAE.
KAPE.
Oh, it is?
Kaepernick.
I've been alive since Kaepernick took the knee.
Yeah, when did he?
2016.
Yeah,
It's been almost 10.
shit.
That's almost 10 years.
Yeah, it was almost.
But the
it was.
camera quality was that much worse?
I know, but this feels like some early 2000s.
That should look
shit.
like a pageantry.
Like
It's a compilation too, so.
Oh yeah, because Trump was talking about it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was the first time he was in office.
Some
Yep.
gentrified braids.
Damn. It's been a long time, brother.
Long time coming on.
Okay, we can go back. Sorry, it's just it just looked like some 80s shit. That's why I was like, damn, man.
Oh
Yeah.
Was it really that long ago? You know what I'm saying? The look had me fucked up.
You know, let's play a little bit.
Maybe we got to see it in motion.
Standing for the national anthem. This has become a huge story. So I'm going to say something that's racist. But I don't think it's racist. I don't think if you think something and don't say or act upon it, you can be called a racist.
What you're
but I'm
saying?
going to tell you,
But you're going to say it.
I'm going to say it. When I heard this story, I didn't read it. I didn't know why he was saying there. I was like, oh, he's an ISIS guy. Like, that was my original thought. Because he kind of looks like...
He is very confusing. He is very confusing. I will give you that.
Throw a head wrap on this guy.
Wait, you thought he was not standing for the national anthem because he wanted to, like, kill all Americans?
No, I thought he maybe had some terrorist Arabic.
All right, listen.
Maybe he was like on Palestine's side or something.
That's dumb, but he is first team all racial confusion. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy.
That's good.
Jufro, terrorist beard, terrorist skin.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Hit pause.
Yo, he fucked.
I'm gonna be real. There's
up.
not a single thing about this clip that I'm offended at. This is hilarious.
This is honest.
So I understand what they're doing by posting it.
Yes.
I happen to really like this clip.
Really like it's different, but this is honest.
Yes, I'm enjoying this.
He's not making
this blind racism. This just overshoot.
Yeah.
What did he say? First team All
Terrorist skin
American.
is
First
crazy.
team all
Terrorist
racial
skin
confusion.
was wild,
That's
nigga.
wild.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He said Jufro terrorist beard.
That, like, what the
I'm like, what's the
fuck?
difference?
Bro,
Just
like,
say
what?
the skin.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this doesn't help, but it also don't help that I was laughing at it.
And
so I'm part of the problem.
That
in terms
doesn't
of this
matter.
part.
It doesn't matter if you liked it. It's the fact that he's saying mean things.
True. Very true.
And this is a man that can't say mean things anymore because of what he did.
Yeah.
Because of the point in the hill that he was trying to stand on. You know, it completely discredits. You know, my bad.
It's okay to talk about everybody else, but he can't take it on his own. He can't take it with his culture.
What is the thing?
That's grade A hypocrisy, right?
This is the thing, man. It's the Jewish community. You know what I mean? They've spanked several niggas over this, you know?
Yeah.
White and black niggas. All niggas.
What you gonna say about him?
I have nothing to say about it
All
because we do stay away from that hill.
Yeah, I can
as a
tell.
business trying to as a business trying to grow. Hey man, you can't talk about them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in business with them.
We stay away.
I feel scary calling them niggas.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
You might have
Like
pissed them off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's been a double standard on that
Yeah.
in general. And just in general, compared to every other race.
Yeah, because when they get mad, they can mobilize financially.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's always been
It
what it
hurts.
is. Yeah, so
And he's using his powers for bad. He's using his juju for just for bad things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that was it. I like that.
Yeah.
But nah, man, Dave is tripping.
Can we go back to that bar? He was spitting.
Which one?
You really like that Arab talk, don't you?
The Arab talk.
You want to continue? Yeah.
crazy.
Fuck it.
You a patriot, dog.
Go back from the beginning. From
Right
this
here,
spot?
right here,
Okay.
right here.
Okay, cool.
Maybe it was like on Palestine's side or something.
That's dumb, but he is first team all racial confusion. I don't know what's going on there.
He has the beard.
It's not crazy.
He's got a
He looked
Jufro.
like he's got a terrorist video.
Jufro, terrorist beard, terrorist skin.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
His eyes got
So
big too.
I didn't give much thought of it. I was like, why wouldn't he stand? I'm not like, oh, it never. He's not. He thinks black people, which I guess he's black.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I thought
This
he was
is genuine
Arab.
white combo right here,
So
man. Because we
Well, I
look
think
at Colin Kaepernick, we know he's a nigga.
Yeah, we accept it because we've seen
But
that
we've seen
iteration
so
before.
many different versions of black
Yeah.
that I guess that would confuse somebody else, possibly. You know what I'm saying?
These are some of the 3 most honest white dudes in America.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't really get access to these
This
guys-
is and this
to
is
level of
podcasting.
conversation.
And this
dog.
is podcasting. This is what the essence. This is really what podcasting is.
Yeah.
Right here. This is it right here.
Being vaguely racist from a genuine
but being
place.
authentic.
Yeah, from a genuine place.
Having authentic conversation.
But I don't know where this I don't know where it goes from here for Dave. I haven't seen anything. He hasn't been in the news.
Nowhere.
Let me
He's gonna keep. He's white. He's gonna be all right.
He owns his own business.
No, it's okay.
He
It's
hasn't
all right.
apologized either.
He won't.
There's no need.
Which is very fucking rude.
Who's mad?
He doesn't strike me as a guy who's like
No to his
waiting for
co-host.
someone to change his mind.
And he just has to understand that, like when he says that, $5 Patreon.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, when he says that, he got to understand, man, other coaches have been through that for years. Like, not even talking about us, but like Asians.
If you was a black man trying to tell a Jewish man how to react to people talking about Jewish people, is that what you're doing right now?
Well,
you are the best person to do that, though. being a black person.
Yeah, but I prefaced it by not saying our shit first. I said Asians, Indians, because it's kind of like it's redundant to say black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we get it, civil rights, Jim Crow, slavery, the second civil rights, people, things of that nature. So
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, it's confusing, but
man, I was watching something. They said it wasn't Wakanda. Man, it was Wakanda with an ER.
Wakanda.
Pete Davidson.
Wakanda. That's what it
was. Pete Davidson. I don't know if
Was
it was
it
a
an
commercial or
insurance
episode, but he was basically like, "Yeah, man, I'm not racist. I watch Black Panther, and he was like Wakanda forever, and
he put a hard ER on it.
Yes.
And what's his name? Dave, comedian.
Dave.
I think it was an insurance
Sauter,
commercial.
Smith.
Fuck.
Chappelle.
White or black?
He's a white dude. He literally wears a hoodie.
Pete Davidson, Wakanda.
How old is he? What age bracket is he in?
Damn, Dave Attell. Dave Attell was like, Wakanda doesn't have an ER. He's racist.
You racist fuck.
But yeah, let's watch it.
Oh, this is a movie?
Scroll down.
This shit right here. Yeah, it's
Right
the
there.
same one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
You said that you lied about liking Black Panther. He never even saw it.
What? You shut your mouth. Guys, just a kid, man. I saw Black Panther multiple times, right? Wakanda forever.
There's no hard R in Wakanda, you fucking racist. What's with this guy? Camera down. Hey, Davidson, I got a weekend update.
Hey,
Dave
shit was-
Attell.
He's like Red Bar.
So
I've always wanted to see
maybe
Dave
it was
Attell.
just a short. I thought it was like an insurance commercial or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, this seemed like a show.
Yeah.
It's from a show.
Yeah.
This is
I
thought
guess.
out.
You racist fuck.
This is back when Pete Davidson was fucking on Courtney or whatever.
It's funny.
What show is that from?
I don't know. But let's move over to the.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
New on Everyday Club.
I want to zoom in on it. The experience alone is 10 out of 10, but like
Folding it, eating with the different ways you can eat it depends on your flavor, your palate, but changes the way it
watch
tastes.
now.
And the toilet is clean enough for you to sit your ass on it. That is impressive.
Did you throw up in there?
No, I'm just pooping. You know how I be.
Welcome to AS Color. So I like this one because
We're doing all powder.
so I stood here one day for like 4 hours just trying to make one basket.
Money.
That child is going to be a pro athlete.
Put your little. Oh, it's hot.
This is very hot, yeah.
Oh.
Is it working?
Does that look center to you?
I don't know, is it Ryan?
Business. All right, so we have our giant check. Evan's gonna press the button so you guys can see that it's real. Evan's very good at spinning it.
Like and subscribe.
Join us. It's going to be a good time.
DJ Akademiks calls out the Breakfast Club and the Joe Budden Podcast Network, or just Joe Budden Show, for not speaking on the Rock Nation, how Rock Nation has been bullying people. I really don't have. When I even put this down, I'm like, what conversation can be had from this? Like, that's where I'm at. Okay, Akademiks is calling them cowards for not wanting to touch anything that has to deal with any Rock Nation story and not speaking about the negative things that are happening.
Just Joe Budden, right?
No, and the Breakfast Club. And
yeah.
he pretty much
Is he
said
right?
all. Yeah, he's 100% right. Yeah, so he's saying all of them, but he highlighted those two strictly off of numbers.
Yeah.
And
Is he
because,
right though?
Yeah, because what Rock Nation is doing right now is the case that is coming out about the girl, I can't remember what her name is.
Desiree Perez.
Desiree Perez. Her daughter is filing a restraining order or just a lawsuit against her.
Said she was put in an insane asylum, said she had her phone.
Some wild shit. And we don't know nothing, Rock Nation, at all. This is
alleged.
This is actually hearsay. I just heard this from a nigga at the corner, and he was drinking a Old English. So
with a tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Rock
So,
Nation, we don't believe this shit.
So we don't want no problem. But yeah, he was calling them out because he's like,
I want all the problems.
because also what allegedly has been happening is Rock Nation, if you're making like think pieces or just videos on this shit, they are getting
You're
niggas'
done.
YouTube channels the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Like, they striking them out, boom, get them up out of here, you know?
Yes.
So he was pretty much saying like, I'll talk about it, even though I don't want no smoke. He still kept it kind of vague,
Yeah.
but was just like, y'all got the nerve to like come at me for not speaking on it, but some of y'all biggest ones that are leading the black ear or viewership, they also run from them as well too. You know what I mean?
The people that preach that they other people and not other industries and shit.
Yeah, essentially. And I'm pretty sure the Breakfast Club didn't respond. The only person we would be looking for to respond from the Breakfast Club is Charlamagne, obviously.
Yeah.
He'll respond at some point. If it didn't happen on the most recent Brilliant Idiots, I haven't watched it in quite some time. So
I don't remember anything like that happening.
Are y'all mad they're not touching on it?
What is there to touch on though?
You know,
I mean, pretty much the case. Anything negative.
So just discuss the case. You mean?
Yeah, anything negative in a Rock Nation light, people's channels are actually disappearing currently, right now.
Yeah.
So
you will vanish.
Yeah, and these are small, and it's even small creators, not even like people as big as Akademiks. So if they got time for the small creators, they have more than enough time for the big creators as well too.
And I guess the conversation, Lauren, to be had is like it's just a major coincidence how Desiree Perez situation is happening, and then like this whole thing with Tory is happening. That like
and DDG
it's just a triple fucking stack of like whoa, this wasn't real. This wasn't real.
A lot of Rock Nation affiliates are in these real questionable open cases right now that has everybody look at the way it was first marketed to us. Was this person was evil, blah, blah, blah. But now that we like things are coming out, we like.
And in this culture where like people don't waste any time to like destroy something,
right?
So it's just kind of weird how like nobody's trying to like destroy Rock Nation, and it's not even like destroy, but just like
ring the alarm on.
Ring the alarm of like this might be something we should look at in 10 years.
So, a question for y'all then. Imagine y'all were one of those platforms right now with that success. Homeroom University has made it to that level of success. We talk about a lot of different things. This story comes up. You don't have necessarily the answers, but what's a way to make the alarm, like ring the alarm? How do you ring the alarm right now?
Well, I mean, you talk about it. You speculate like every other podcast does in the world. But he's just coming from the standpoint that their fear in touching on it comes from how powerful Rock Nation is, and how of the industry these niggas really are. Because at the end of the day, they can't rock the boat that they sailing on.
Well, and to answer your question as well too, like if it's that big, I don't have to rock that boat. I don't have to rock that boat. If I gotta, why would I rock a boat that could end everything right now?
Unless they have
because especially
you gotta wait. You gotta wait.
Another question is what year am I at?
You stand for nothing.
I stand for a lot of shit.
No, you gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
You gotta wait. Like even with the Diddy shit, they had to wait.
You had
Those
to wait for the
platforms
Diddy
had to
shit.
wait a little bit because you had to just give it some time to develop.
The
a little more.
The Desiree Perez situation has been going on for a little bit of time.
I don't know.
The daughter thing is new.
I don't know the details.
Yeah, but that's just new
just her
in
being
her
a
case,
question
in
for
her case of being a questionable person
because everything
since
that everything that Jay-Z raps
That's what it
about
was.
that happened to him, he's like doing to other people. Like
Well,
he's
one of
tapping
his-
allegedly.
Yeah, like one of the
But
CEOs.
he's surrounded by people that's tapping niggas' phones, putting niggas in tumultuous situations with 12. It's like it's just that
You're
shit.
gonna get it right one day.
Tumultuous.
Yeah. Nah.
Tumultuous.
I think that's better though. We like that.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. Tumultuous. It's beautiful.
Tumultuous.
But
nigga,
Diddy's out here blowing up niggas' cars, dog.
That's still
Alleged.
Allegedly.
That was Molotov cocktail.
Allegedly, but still, like, there's a lot
and
of
Kid
things.
Cudi is soft. Who knows if that's like
What do you mean Kid Cudi's?
Kid Cudi's soft.
He ain't fireproof though.
The nigga said he was staying in a dark shadow like a villain, like the Joker.
Did you not see Diddy cosplaying as the Joker? I fully believe that shit. I think Diddy takes advantage of all shadows.
We're getting off on subject, but
so are y'all? So y'all not speak? Y'all rocking the boat? Y'all dropping the think piece no matter what?
rock. I wouldn't say.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say rock the boat, but
I would say ring the alarm. That's how we said it.
You touch on what's real. Like you touch on what's real. And you don't just jump out. You don't jump off the ship immediately. You don't just go.
So you patient.
You don't go off an allegation and just start spatting out the mouth.
Yeah,
But
I would
then-
say you ready the sales, like in Pirates of the Kid. Ready the sales. It's
the
like you're
only
not
time-
leaving, but it's just like you say what it is. Like I might say, all right, Rock Nation.
I built a case up.
They've built up, a case that looks bad. And we're not going to touch on it too heavy because they get niggas going. I'll actually say that because
yeah, but if you're gonna do it, then you do go into it.
Not necessarily.
You can tread lightly.
Exactly.
You don't have to splash in the puddle.
Because of what they're doing, I don't think Joe Budden is going to talk about it, even if the case is finished. I still don't think they're going to talk about it.
He's going to touch it?
So,
no, he's not. I mean,
and that's why I'm saying, you just touch on it just a little bit as it goes on, because I'm being realistic too. I don't want to fucking lose my channel in this hypothetical, lose all the hard work niggas work for just because,
And then imagine,
and you also don't want to lose your credibility.
Even if you were on for 5 years, like you've been doing great for 5 years, $500,000 a year, 5 years straight, you're up.
Yeah.
Would you risk it then? Because it's different.
Well, you
from
said $500,000?
Yeah.
A year for 5 years straight?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a lot of fuck you money. It's not a lot, but
you're doing pretty damn good.
It's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's like,
How much?
I can be the king of the underground if I lose everything.
$500,000 a year.
2.5 M's in 5 years.
Yeah.
Just to not say nothing?
That's the position you're in life. A case comes up where you can lay out all the facts. You can tie it in all the way down to the Astro World fucking Houston situation.
Oh, I'm snitching. That's enough.
You going for it?
Going for it.
That's what
This is what happened to me. That's why I'll just tell my story.
Your story? What?
Yeah, because these niggas are involved with Rock Nation, so it's just like you can only speculate so much on what an alleged case might have been. All you can talk about is your personal preference, nigga. Your personal experience.
You're not doing it.
Why not?
I'm not doing it either.
I'll do it.
I think it's fair to choose what stories you approach at what time within the story it is, like on all stories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on at the time? Where are they on the story?
Yes.
How important is this story? How much do I know about this story? Do I wait and do I not? Like, I think that's all things to consider initially in any story. It's like, how much do you know about it? You just did it before this. I don't even know if I'm gonna touch on this. I don't know that much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And where's the conversation? We start talking about it. So like,
well, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like that type of shit may be the way you can broach that subject until for something like that's big, you have to broach it like that before you really like dive into it. Because it's not just a regular story that I can just say, hey, I think this is what it is.
And let's be correct.
Especially when it's in the court of law.
And let's be correct, Lauren.
I think it's important for me to say, if I was getting that $500,000 a year, I needed to be noted. I will be fake if I need to.
You're bought and sold. You're soulless.
Not bought and sold, but I have a lifestyle I'd enjoy continue maintaining.
Oh, so you're a diva.
I'm not that invested on any of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not invested on any. I don't have that much of a journalist in me to where I'm that invested to get into the nitty gritty of all things, especially things that could jeopardize what I have going on.
I understand that too.
So that's me. I know that about myself now.
I see what you're saying.
Like that's just one story. There's 100 more stories out there still that I'll have full investment on. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that'll fucking put me in jail, have niggas want to kill me, all this other shit, I don't need it that bad. For what? For what? But I'm okay with admitting it. I'm not gonna walk around saying like anybody can get it. I always tell the truth. I'm not gonna do that.
Michael Beasley, we watched him in the beginning. He said something very profound.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything for money, you'll do anything for money.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're a whore. A gluttonous whore.
You'll do anything for money, you'll do anything for money.
That's but you're also talking about something else. You're talking about doing something for the money.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I'm already making the money off being myself.
Yes,
but off of
I'm choosing not to talk about.
I'm omitting things to not stop me from being able to make money off myself.
Off of but
it's not my job. I'm not a journalist. It's not my job to break the news on every single subject. I choose what I want to talk about on my show.
Exactly.
Essentially is what it is.
It's not your job to break the news. Say you're in a situation where it's brought up and you're in the conversation. Do you just exit out of it, or somebody asks you a genuine straight up like, yo, how do you feel about this shit? You're going to be like, nah, I got too many sponsorships.
Nah, Tone. Say it's a hypothetical where you've talked about the same subject just in another context
with different people
that wasn't attached to you, which just that Joe Budden has done that. But
that's the whole point. That's why I'm not doing it,
because you're him.
But that's
because in this situation you've done it to other people, but you wouldn't do it when it hits close to home.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I would be a hypocrite in that situation. Yes,
for $1.
I'm not doing it for the dollar.
No.
I'm doing it to protect
my assets, protect my interests.
I'm doing it to protect my dollar.
I understand the thought process of what you're saying.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like
all you have is your word, nigga.
Well, no, but what is your word when it's something that's that far away from you anyway? Like, this is not happening in house.
If it's
this is not something that's
that
going
far
on
away from you, why can't you touch on it?
And
you can. I'm not saying
because they're touching niggas.
And we're also making it seem like I have no idea.
Or send a copyright.
I have no idea what those YouTube channels were saying.
I don't either.
What I am talking about, look, I'm not going to use this situation as more of an excuse to shit on all of Rock Nation. All right? Because just specifically talking about the Desiree Perez.
Correct.
I wouldn't use that as like, and
Let me tie
then because
together
of
this
this,
thing. Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't believe what's happening with Tori and May, and
then
also this, because
blah, blah, blah.
that is what's going to get you like
I
tied
do
up in some
wonder the
situation.
channels that have been clipped if they were doing things like that. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
Let's assume.
It might not
let's
take
assume
much
it's
to get them, dog.
It might not.
It
And
might not take much to
You
tip
might just
them
be
off.
reporting. I mean, once the niggas go to court, your content has fed itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally, you just read the transcripts. That is all we need because most of us aren't in court.
Yeah.
So it's like even that might have been getting niggas clipped. Just
fact that
going through the actual facts.
The fact that you getting people to
If
think
that's
about
happening,
this shit,
that's different.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
They sending something your way.
If you're just reading the
Right.
actual transcript that's available and they're getting shit like getting that taken down,
That's
now
dark.
that's a problem.
That's abusive. That's
Now-
abusive.
now
But
that's a
That's
problem.
what it is.
I don't know that.
But
I don't know any of
think
that right now.
Based on the way
This
they
is all thought. Like nobody
and
knows.
I haven't looked into who got clipped because of this and that or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But I will say they are speaking that way.
You're right. That's the sentiment you're getting.
Yeah, yeah.
what
That's
else-
how it feels.
That's how it
Like it's
feels.
coming across.
What else could be the case?
And I don't need it.
It could be a
It's
lot.
just I'm not that committed to it. You know what I'm saying? When
But
there's 100 other stories that
it's
you could possibly
also-
with that much depth.
But also,
You know what I'm
this
saying?
is how like situations.
This is how R. Kelly did his thing.
No, this is how situations like in the last 6 years with Weinstein, R. Kelly, Cosby.
yeah.
This is how situations like this
Compound.
happen
'Cause
because
of niggas
people
like
are in
you.
power. People are in power that have a lot of control that can manipulate people
Get
to
niggas
do
out of it.
things or to say nothing. So it's like, I mean, you can be like what is it, the black sheep that does it first. Or you could just be, you know,
It all depends on what
One
I
of the white
personally
ones.
think
one
is
of the white
happening.
ones. Who wants to be,
Following the shepherd.
who wants to be a
I
white
think it all
I
depends
think
on
the story would help too.
Yeah, the story would help. It depends on what I personally think is happening. Like, if you believe in your heart of hearts that niggas is doing some real grimy, evil shit,
Right,
then maybe
right.
you should say something. If you believe that you don't know what the fuck is happening, then you should shut the fuck up because you don't know what's going on.
But you can say
Even-
that too, though.
Yeah,
You can say
but
you don't
even-
know what
I've
the
said
fuck
that,
is
yeah.
happening.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
even
said.
outside of that, so
even
I'll
that.
say that like I might have a strong stance if it was something involving like child trafficking or something like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll have a strong stance on something like that. These things that are happening right now with this current shit, these people are adults. They can work it out themselves. DDG is doing just fine.
we talking about Desiree.
Yes.
I don't know that situation, so I don't.
Yeah,
Actually, she's a minor, isn't she? Or is she?
Nah,
she's not a minor.
She ain't no fucking minor.
Not
her
Desiree,
child,
the daughter.
Maybe we might have to look that up. Maybe 16, 17.
That's what I thought.
But
yeah.
in terms of like, wait, hold on. So you'll talk about, women getting, grip. Like
I guess
you'll
it-
talk
it
about.
really just depends
So you'll
on the
talk about
story.
the extreme. I'm done,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to put you in a bind, but I do want you
I
to
know
know
what
what
you
you're
mean.
saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you'll talk about the extreme, but you won't talk about something that's, I don't know, like on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Well, let me put it this way. So that was a bad for me to even try to put an example on it. That's the best way to put it. What if I were to speak against a group that was allegedly moving this way? I would do it, but I'd be going into it knowing I could lose everything.
Of course.
That's what I would say.
But and that's
the
why.
more severe the occurrence is, the more willing you are to put your shit on the line.
Possibly, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Because it's
for
like,
sure.
like you said, if it's some drastic situation,
right,
some
right.
kids are getting harmed.
Right,
That's
yeah.
harder to hold your tongue about.
Exactly. But like something that's like, I'm not willing to put my everything on the line for a story like this.
For Meg getting shot in the foot.
Come on.
Like, I
She
feel
can
that.
work it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that's where
Know what
I'm
I mean?
more at with it. So like, I don't think I mean I would be called a coward in the eyes of somebody that wants you to just jump off the ledge at any possible moment.
Yeah,
but people, the ones rooting you on to jump off the ledge have nothing to lose. They're just in the comments.
But this is what everybody complained about, and probably what we complained about before getting into whatever this is that niggas don't be real.
Yeah.
So
that's everybody's critique of the legend.
That's everybody critique of everybody in entertainment, of everybody in media, that niggas don't be real. And I feel you. I don't want to lose everything because I don't believe what happened to Meg is really what happened. Like, I don't want to lose everything, but still.
I don't personally think that's everybody's critique.
That's the biggest one though, is that niggas is fake. And they uphold the industry. They uphold like their personal business relationships, as opposed to when you kind of first fell in love with them when they was younger, when they wasn't as of the industry and they could just talk freely.
What did Charlamagne say? You either of the
other people of other industry.
Like and he was of the industry.
Yeah, he's always been of the industry.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a weird line. I don't know. Like, I don't want to lose everything I have, but I also don't want to not speak on something
out of fear
of
that, because that is like some weird, like, you know, you playing on my ego now.
You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't affect my ego.
Congratulations, but you don't stand for nothing though, nigga.
It's not true.
You don't care.
It's just like shit like this happens. Like, nobody wants to talk about something until it's safe to talk about. Like, nobody wanted to bring up, like, I don't even want to bring up Puffy.
But niggas know examples, dog.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you're not guilty. You're not also
Harvey
guilty.
Weinstein.
Well, just saying, like, nobody wanted to talk about Puffy and Kim Porter's situation,
right,
and how she just went away mysteriously 6 years ago. But now it's kind of like, yeah, man, let's kind of look back at what the fuck happened with Kim Porter.
It's because he's in a cage.
Because he's in a
he's in a cage.
You got pictures of drawings of him with gray hair, and he all disheveled.
That definitely
he's all fucked up.
helps. The fact that the nigga that was getting cars blown up
he's somewhere safe.
Locked up.
He's safe from me.
He's safe from me.
I'm safe from him.
But everybody's safe. Everybody's loved.
Can y'all acknowledge that it gets tricky when the law is involved? Like, it gets tricky when legal shit has already occurred. Like, how much you can say, how much you should say. You know what I'm saying? Like, when all that's going on, if you don't have facts or evidence, it's hard to put yourself in that kind of position, depending on how big your platform is it?
No, you can just say, I don't have a fact for this, or I don't know all the information for this.
People aren't gonna take that as an answer from you.
And that'd be kind of like a half-ass story cover of it. You're not willing to go in.
Not necessarily. You're just being honest, and you're protecting yourself.
Because it wasn't until
while also protecting your integrity.
Yeah,
you're doing everything.
It wasn't until
timing matters too. Like, ideally, you waiting until there's enough like real solid information.
That's what I said.
What's going on
said.
For you to actually infer and talk about how you feel about
this. Because the Diddy thing,
shit.
it wasn't until the Cassie video came out that everybody was like, "Oh, finally, we can really say." But for the niggas who knew the story underneath, but already knew,
which they make it seem like everybody
knew. Right, and then those niggas weren't saying shit. Now that's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well,
but
a lot of them.
But like, how do you bring it up then? To your point.
Well, look at the people. Look at the people who move with what you're talking about by always saying something. Dame Dash has always said something about everybody that done weird shit. As bad as his situation, I don't know. Let me make sure I say this. I have no idea how bad Dame Dash's situation, good or bad, it could possibly be.
Yeah.
But he's always been consistently calling out people like Harvey Weinstein.
He was early on a lot
Puffy,
of that shit.
all that shit. Like, from the beginning,
That's
he
good.
has always been that nigga. Like, no matter what, whether I lose it all or gain it all,
At the expense
of his success.
Yes.
right? Exactly.
At the expense of his success.
Yeah.
And everything you stood for. And it's like, not stood for, but you get the point. But you know, it's unfortunate.
Every time a bad story breaks, you can pull something Dame Dash saying, "Nigga, I said this in 2002 when I was on." But I pressed
and you can look that up.
Yeah, like Jay-Z has more money, but I think Dame Dash might have like, it's hard to say, but I think he has more like street level respect. Which you can't buy nothing with that shit.
Jay-Z has you can buy street level respect. Jay-Z has street level respect.
With it.
Jay-Z won. Like, he has the money, but he also has the fear.
Yeah.
Which is another big part. Like, nobody really fears Dame Dash.
Well, fear is respect, but it's a different kind. It's not the same as like.
I don't even want to say fear because apparently they're clipping little niggas too. You never know.
Yeah, fear and respect have the same result, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing.
I mean, yeah, like it's like non-consent. You know, a baby can be had, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's it's still the method, though.
Yeah, but one of those is illegal. Dog.
Yeah, one of those things. Yeah, of course.
You just compare grape to.
Well, I did
respect and fear. Nigga.
You got it though.
That's good though. But I guess we never got to mention Joe Budden crashed out on ice.
Oh yeah,
For
he
bringing
did.
it up?
Yeah, he did. Now that did look a little shaky to me.
Now what is that about, dog?
That looks a
Come
little
on.
shaky to me.
He crashed on that
I'm not
nigga.
gonna lie.
Trying to protect them.
Let's just leave it in this clip because we're already into we're at 20 minutes with it right now. Anyway, let's just go ahead and play. Skip to
Malou.
7:37.
No, that. Oh yeah, Joe. Go to 10 minutes.
10:43.
No, 10.
10 flat.
Yeah.
All right.
Because 10:43 is the crash out. So
Okay.
yeah.
We need to see the preparation.
You never say that. You just say you're free Tory. I said it, but you never say, yo, I can see Rock Nation playing a part. You never. And
Well, one, I don't have no proof of that. True. And it's bonkers. Just my take. I'm speaking for myself.
Got it.
I won't go that far. I don't think it's bonkers. But I don't have any proof of it, one. And two, that's Hov's company. I do have a certain respect for him.
There we go.
I don't know. I don't have a relationship with Desiree. I've never met Desiree. I don't have any equity there.
Okay.
So she's in the news now in a story that I'm sure we'll get to at some point. But that story just broke.
But why? But why? But Joe,
and even that, I do have a certain type of, pardon me, Mark, a certain type of sensitivity to speaking about any story with anybody's children.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, I was going to say, like, why would you report
I want
that
to be
story?
very clear on that. That's not a Rock Nation thing. Anybody story that include their kids and how they going about parenting or not parenting, I let that play out. I don't rush to get to that.
I can't let you do that.
Do it.
We didn't do that with Brian McKnight kids.
Stop it.
You didn't.
Stop it.
That is the truth, my nigga.
Do you have another example?
I'm just giving you an example. You said any story with anybody's kids, you just let it play out. And we did not do that.
Brian McKnight.
And rest in peace.
Brian McKnight. Nico we'll get to later. I hate when y'all do that. When we making like a profound point and y'all bring up something that's just ass cheek stupid. Brian McKnight denied kids and wanted nothing to do with his kids. I have a stance on that.
Dog,
I'm just telling you where I stand. I have a loud stance on people that want absolutely zero to do with their kids. Nor do I grant them the same rights and privileges as people who are trying to raise their kids. I'm lost.
Joe,
do you have another example outside?
I don't have another example.
Brian
I just
McKnight?
gave one. You
so
said
now let me get back to what I'm saying about how I carry it with people and their kids, and then you can announce how you carry it. I hate this gotcha moment shit
It's
you
not
niggas
no
do
gotcha
with shit
moment,
that don't
bro.
make no sense.
It ain't no gotcha
Brian
moment,
McKnight
bro.
wanted nothing to do with his kids, ain't claiming his kids even in debt freeze. Please leave me alone right now. I'm telling people about how I carry people with kids. I see what you're saying, but I also see how it's different. Like another. It always be different when he try that shit.
Ain't no trying nothing, bro. What are you talking about?
Brian McKnight and Desiree Perez are not the same.
I didn't say they're the same.
Then why the fuck are we talking about Brian McKnight?
Yo, sometimes we don't even want that. Like, come on,
nigga, that's hilarious.
Go ahead, Mark.
I think that's hilarious. What do they have to do with what the fuck I was saying?
Nothing to do with nothing, Joe. Go ahead, Mark, please.
Freeze, I think you're right. I think we do talk about kids and I think you're
right. We do. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But I think it's important, though. So I think a better statement might be that it's certain kinds of conversations we have and certain kinds we don't. For me, one thing is it just about this person's business or does it advance a bigger story? Like, for example, the only reason Vanessa Bryant was interested in me today was...
Quick. You know, when I was listening to this just now, it made me think of the Patreon. Joe's tactic, that was a Tone Groove tactic.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you do?
Mark was
my tactic.
Was you?
Was me. Yeah, that's my tactic.
And then well, either one of us was like talking to you.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
What was the tactic?
Yeah, I see what you
It was stick to something nobody can debate. I'm talking about children right now. Get super loud.
Yeah.
Cut niggas off. Say shut the fuck up. Leave me alone.
Why I ain't say that?
Aggressive.
I said that.
You're an angry black man.
I never say shut the fuck up. Leave me alone.
No,
I
you
never
wouldn't
back
say
down.
that. But you would go to the aggressive part, and then
you'll try to attack me.
We would just let you have it, and then we wait, and a white man would come in and be like, I mean, I do see their point though. Like it's not outlandish, and then we end it there. I see it. I see where you learned it from, nigga.
You're a battered victim.
He's a bad victim.
Nigga sound like I beat him up on the Patreon, nigga.
Bad victim. But yo, Joe Budden, hypocrisy. So it's a lot of hypocrisy this episode. A bunch of older men, just going back on their word. He talked about kids. Granted, do y'all see the difference?
I see the difference there.
Can you tell me the difference? Between Brian McKnight and DISSES?
Brian McKnight's story was a public story he was reporting on, talking about himself, and it was a story in which
he was on live stream.
He was on live
like
stream
that
doing
too,
all this extra stuff, like, you know what I mean, like not saying to the people like those aren't my kids, like that's not my kids and shit like that.
The Brian
like,
McKnight thing was a little weird too because like he was on live, he was denouncing kids that he like legit raised.
Yeah, he was denouncing them
like
himself.
they were his children. He
gave up.
I think he has one of his kids, like he's holding one of his babies. On his album cover type shit. Like this is the junior.
I do remember
and then at like. In his when he got remarried and like 20 years later, he's like, I don't have no kid. I don't even know what y'all talking about, right? It's like, damn, nigga, that shit was crazy. So that situation was a little.
And Lauren, have you heard Joe Budden talk about like Anthony Edwards' situation?
I feel like they lightly.
They also brought up.
I don't think they didn't really like. Oh yeah, no, they did. I think
Anthony Edwards had a little Brian McKnight-ish situation, but he waited. He did it immediately.
Yeah, where he like texted her. They talked about it where he texted her the bread or texted her about the money for like child support forever type shit.
Yeah, the thing is, Joe went so hard on the that's a line for me without like giving any caveats. Like if you introduce some shit with a caveat, like all right. At least you acknowledging the potential hypocriticism
for it to be there.
But yeah, you can't just go like morally grandstand on it. Like I don't waver on this point when it's clear that you do.
That's true.
There is a line, and it's okay to have a line. You just got to acknowledge it.
And the fact that he got so defensive about that is like that kind of points to the fact that he kind of knows it too.
It's emotion.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But instead of doing what a Tone Groove would do, which is like
that's
a tone.
What you would do.
No, this is what you would do.
Which is a tone. No, Lauren, you said something completely different on the Patreon, nigga.
No, this is what you would do.
You said something. You said
actually, I said this. I said this.
I'm more open-minded than him.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's different. I said this. I said this is how you operate. Like you cut niggas off, keep going, move past it. Like I said all this.
Are you done speaking? I don't want to cut you off.
And he's still more open-minded. That's crazy.
Exactly, but you're worse.
No, nigga, it's not true.
I will say we did forget to point out the fact that he did say out loud, "Hey, I have a relationship with Jay." So
he did say that before.
Yes.
Yeah, he did say that.
So that's also like you with any of the homies you have in the Raleigh space doing something that you know this homie and they're cool and they doing something they're in news for something.
But there's a line to that too.
But he didn't bring it up.
Let's speak about that.
But he didn't bring it up like he brought it up. And of course I got like he brought it up like that, not like look, I got a relationship with this nigga.
No,
I'm not. I'm just not going to disrespect him.
Yeah, he didn't try to level with niggas. He was just he just made it matter of fact. But there is a line with that as well. Because if your homie does some shit that's like you can't even defend,
or it's like on the local shit.
Yeah,
the DJ.
The DJ.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, like, how do y'all feel about that line?
Who was you about to talk shit about?
In terms, right? That's what I see. Right.
Now I gotta know.
The dude from the Genius Party, that Beat Collective.
Yeah,
I know the Genius. It's like a collective though. So
one of the dudes had a baby with his 11-year-old daughter.
Yeah,
that nigga. I didn't speak on it.
We spoke on it. We spoke on it just a little bit on our podcast.
Right.
We didn't want to scare our viewers away because that is a scary thing.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I wish I knew his name because it's like I want to show his face. But that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I know a little bit more, but
that one I have ties to loosely. But I do
loosely
because on some
we know his
on some brother
we know
and I did business with that nigga so it's like if I do it I really got to commit, you know what I'm saying? I either got to commit or don't do it.
You got to use addresses.
That's always been my thing with the local shit though, like on the 3 Oak podcast in particular. Like I've always been pretty good about just not speaking on it, and I was almost coming from the position of where like if people wanted me to. People always like I'll have you on a local act on, right? But reviewing a local something on the show, unless I'm ready to obliterate the relationship, I just won't do it.
You try not to give honest opinions
on anything local.
Yeah.
Especially in like the creators.
Unless it's just like a loose, vague, that shit was cool. Yeah.
Because I'd be hated pretty quickly. I think so.
Yeah.
I'd be hated pretty quickly.
You hate a lot of
I just
stuff
don't. Yeah, I think there's always been a lot of trash, but that's always something that happens on a local level, and only the cream rises to the top, right?
Yeah.
So it's like even
ain't no cream at the bottom.
you as the trash person that you were, going to the open mics, you got better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was part of that too at one point.
You was
know
part of the progression.
I was part of the I was part of that. Yeah. So it's like, I've always gone like extremely easy on like, especially like critiquing music, works of art and things like that. At most, like even if I don't like it, at most, if I have a respect for that person, I'll promote the shit.
Yeah, but
and I'll give it a real blanket review.
But with a real close homie, like if Lauren made a song that was bad,
I have
you
those.
would tell him.
I have those.
Yeah, never on the mic though.
Yeah, of course not.
Right.
Yeah, Lauren's sensitive.
Yeah, no, I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do that on the mic though. Like, but we wouldn't have to because we'd be in the studio while it's happening type shit.
Like
it'd
before the song
be a little
was
different. Yeah, but even if it was outside of that, I'm only gonna talk about the shit that's good. And because I felt like if I talked about the local shit in a negative light, it's just pointless.
So then imagine if you actually had a relationship with one of the niggas and the story came out. How much are you gonna say until you know for real the full story?
I'm waiting for that full story. Once that full story is out,
because we went through that.
I'm cracking muffins.
Context, he's not your
muffins.
Yeah, I'm cracking muffins. Once it's all out there,
and it's
going in.
It's very contextual because like they're friends, but they're really like battle brothers.
Yeah,
like in terms of like what industry they're in the black billionaire industry. It's only a couple of them in this world. So it's probably some camaraderie, a lot of just feelings of protection
Jay-Z and Puff,
shit.
Like the two black billionaires in rap that we can immediately go to type shit.
So when he says,
the Johnny's Pizza thing?
Yeah, I was talking about Johnny's Pizza.
Yeah, Johnny's Pizza. Yeah, the Johnny's Pizza thing was.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about too. I was gonna say it out loud.
That's perfect. Yeah, because we talked about it, we did cover it, and then we waited a couple months, and then he came with all the receipts. It was like, I'm ready.
And even his homie,
I said, let's get it.
Even Nance was like, I think Nance knew him, right?
Everybody stepped back from him.
Everybody stepped back.
Yeah, they was like, I don't know, bro. Everybody had that. You know when long story short,
what happened with Johnny's Pizza?
So Johnny's Pizza, somebody got on his page, on his Facebook page, and Johnny, this is some local shit for real. Like his Facebook page is fucking lit. You know what I'm saying? And this is when he was like paying people to do promos. They were going viral, getting millions of views over pizza. Yeah, all type of shit. But long story short, somebody commented like nigger, like racist stuff on the big page.
Yeah,
the big, like the big page. So it goes viral immediately because not only Johnny's Pizza was also, it's a local pizza shop, but he was one of the few businesses that was successful that would legit come down to like the local music scene and find the hottest person and be like, yo, can you do a commercial for me? I'll pay you a couple $100,
free
you
pizza.
Rap, free pizza, you rap, promote my business. He was actually putting money in a lot of our pockets,
for sure,
and expanding his business.
He was the first person to give us a donation on our website.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like he was a
pillar of the community.
He was a pillar of the artistic community, 100%. So when this shit comes out, and all the black people like them. So when it comes out that it looked like he's saying nigga and like calling people the N-word and just talking crazy on Facebook, like everybody was like, what the fuck?
And somebody hacked him?
Somebody hacked him essentially. Okay. Somebody hacked him because
did that story get out though? And
we did it on the we did it on the Three Oak podcast. Like he paid a private investigator to pull all the files, logins, like proving that was not him. Yeah, because he was like, I would literally never do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I've done like
that's the start. That's the start of AJ's record. You'll hear out loud, I'm in Cary right now.
Yeah, y'all remember on that Black Culture Matter joint? It was like, I'm in Cary right now. Black Lives Matter. That's Johnny yelling.
Yeah.
The day it was. The day this happens.
Yeah.
Johnny's Pizza is calling people niggas. It's viral. It's everywhere. It's hot, nigga. No matter every platform, Johnny's Pizza on some local shit.
Yeah.
He's panicking. He goes live on Facebook in the middle of a random parking lot in Cary.
What year is this?
2020. I think.
Oh, something like that. This just happened.
Yeah. 2019, 2020. And that's another thing. Racial tensions were high at that point. Racial tensions were high in America. Yeah, it was a peaking moment.
Yes.
So he's in the middle of a parking lot and he's like, I don't know what's happening. This is ridiculous. You guys know me. I would never do this.
I love niggas.
But yeah, essentially, and of course, there's extreme outrage. Niggas is going in on him in the comments. And he's like, I'm in Cary right now. I'm in Cary right now.
Surrounded by Indians.
Then he throws up a Black Power fist. And he's like, Black Lives Matter. He just starts yelling this shit in the middle of the parking lot. He was panicking. He didn't know what to do.
Oh my God.
He just saw the world collapsing in on him. He had death threats, all type of shit.
And it wasn't people that were like, yo, I know Johnny, this has to be.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Because
the tide had turned already.
It was tweeted.
And all of us that fucked with him, we didn't know. Because it looked like him.
It looked
like him. You know what I'm saying?
That's how he typed.
Yeah, so it was like we couldn't really we couldn't defend him like we wanted to because it looked bad, period. But he held it out. He weathered the storm.
And you talked about it.
Had him on there. We went through everything.
Wow.
So you should be disappointed in Joe.
Yeah. All that.
Yeah, I guess.
Because when you stand for something, you fight for it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
When you stand for something, you fight for it, dog.
Yeah.
Because there was that period. There was that period where everybody kind of had to step back a little bit and let it kind of unfold.
Yeah.
But what eventually happened, though?
Our episode got him good in the hood on some real shit.
And that's
niggas watched that shit and they was like, okay, he's good again.
Good in Homicide Holly.
Yeah, and Holly Springs and Wake Forest.
Homicide Holly got crazy, man. Shit was about to get wicked.
But yeah,
shout out to him though. He's a good.
Shout out to him.
Fucking good.
He's still slinging pizza?
Of course.
Yeah, man, he's a good.
Of course. Johnny's a solid ass dude, man.
What happened to maybe bleeped his name, but what happened to Taz?
He's in jail.
We need to so we can say his name.
Yeah, we can say his name.
Taz,
a local legend.
A local legend. A good dude before all this
I knocked
happened.
a nigga out in front of his store before.
And you told us that story.
Yeah.
So Taz, somebody allegedly stole a Gatorade. The nigga
from his
stopped
shop
him.
because he owns a shop.
This is a Raleigh Lord shit we on.
It's real nigga shit. It's a real story.
Yeah.
Somebody allegedly stole a Gatorade. He had a hoodie. Taz was like, nigga, take the Gatorade out the hoodie or the book bag or whatever.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I want to say Taz shot him.
Stabbed.
So they were scruffling.
But he pursued him. He followed him.
But he followed him. And that was the thing.
The nigga left the store. He followed him out the store, which is where everything went south.
Which is where everything.
Exactly.
And it was like, nigga, give me back my Gatorade. And once he stabbed him, he was like, oh shit, he don't got no fucking Gatorade.
Yeah.
He didn't even have none.
Yeah.
So Taz got locked up.
It was the pursuit.
Yeah.
Once you pursue somebody trying to flee,
you turn into Jason Voorhees.
With deadly force, it's over with for you.
Especially if they didn't commit the crime.
Yeah, they have to be coming at you for you to use that.
Did that person die?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was all over the news. It was like fucking stabbing in front of Taz's on Wilmington Street.
Arabians are good with knives and swords and shit.
Yeah.
They know all the vital organs.
So yeah, that
the
was
Scorpion
bad.
King and all that shit.
But
But
little tap into what happens.
Little lore around the city.
Little lore.
And we talked about all this.
Our Aki stab niggas.
Yeah.
We don't hold back, man. We talk about all this shit, man.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all fuck with Johnny's Pizza. I gotta hit him up, man.
Hey, make sure you fuck with Taz's shop. It's still open? Somebody else running it?
I'm sure it is.
Just don't take nothing.
It gotta be. Don't take shit over
Don't
there.
take nothing.
Yeah, please.
Do not do it.
It's gonna be
there's
You
a
gonna
track.
need
There's a
stitches.
track record there's a track record that has been set.
Yeah.
There's a precedent.
We hurt people. We hurt people. Nah, no bullshit.
Yeah,
All right.
We do.
Rory and Mal take shots at Julian again. On the Something Wrong with the Punani podcast. Oh, you know what?
Something wrong with the podcast.
Okay, let me start over.
Get excited, nigga.
Something wrong with the podcast.
Rory and Mal took shots at Julian on their Patreon episode.
Yeah.
And
made you pay for the diss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Okay.
where it started. And it was like Rory said something along the lines of, you know, those people that you hire and they want you to, you know, clap, applaud for every little thing that they do, even though that's what they were hired to do. They take a little jabs and shit.
Yeah.
This is what finally made Julian snap, because Julian dropped his podcast post breakup. He did the whole rollout.
Yeah.
Had the marketing pretty tight, pretty clean around it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, you guys know me from here. This is my. All the promo was great for the rollout of the show. I did forget this podcast existed.
Yeah.
Until this moment again.
He's like 20-something episodes deep, right?
This is episode 20, I think. Yeah. So I did forget this podcast existed. I said on the first podcast, it had potential just because it was so many like bites. I thought this podcast would do well, less of a long form, but more of like a lot of fucking reels. Just because like even the way he was like structuring the topics, it was like it wasn't no real flow because there's nobody for him to have a conversation with.
Yeah.
It was like,
Which is
okay,
hard.
yeah. So it's like, this is what we going to next. Like, so it would have been good for a lot of clips and Instagram shit like that. But this made him. I think it's important to get the visual on him.
I got you.
Because this is what made him put the black hoodie and the sunglasses on and say, you know what, I've had it with these fucking.
I'm using that timestamp too, right?
So
I think we should start from the beginning because he kind of gets cracking immediately.
Yeah.
Right after the intro, he kind of goes right into it. But go ahead.
I was just about to say that timestamp is around because this whole like, I don't know what you would even call this. What do you call when people like
debacle?
Yeah, but when you're just spazzing out by yourself,
crash out.
Crash out.
Yeah,
let's call it crash
but
out.
there's something a little bit more tame than crash out.
Meltdown.
Meltdown. That's perfect, nigga.
Meltdown.
This meltdown, a lot of it had to do with their laziness. What?
Psychotic break. I like that too.
Psychotic break.
I like that
is
too.
a good one. Psychotic break might be a better one.
I'm getting that from this.
Is it that deep or is it just a temper tantrum?
No.
Temper tantrum is a good one.
Temper tantrum because it's.
I want to get in on this. Hold up.
Yeah, think so.
Let me get in on this shit. But nah, this whole thing, he made it a big deal about, look, Rory and Mal were like lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't respond to emails. That we had business meetings like weekly that nobody showed up for.
Mal was late.
And that first time stamp, we're not about to listen to it now, but the introduction between him and Damaris, it was kind of like how we talk about 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃, how like one day he showed up and he was just in Lauren's chair.
Yeah,
and it was like, wait, who was this?
Yeah.
But and it was like they
fuck is this just sitting in my seat?
And Julian whole
real
point
intro.
and I don't know if he tried to make himself feel like a victim, but his whole point was that they instantly pit themselves against each other.
Right. The way that they set the culture up with his introduction to even the Rory and Mal podcast.
Yeah.
It was set up tumultuous because he had job responsibilities that
What'd you say?
Tumultuous. Said it correct. Like
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
No, you're
the more you say,
and now I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me not say it again.
Y'all just leave that word alone.
The only reason I
You
want
like
to
that
the only
shit,
reason I
don't
said it is because this nnigga said it. Like,
It's a great
I wouldn't
word.
even use
Ignorance
it.
is
Like,
contagious,
right.
You don't even know what that means.
I do know what it means.
What does it mean?
Every Mary J. Blige song.
Google it.
Let's go.
Keisha Cole. But also
Keisha Cole too.
when he came into the Rory and Mal podcast, he had job responsibilities that she had, Baby D, Damaris. And the introduction was really rough to where it was like they gave him more responsibility than her. Also, something that's important to note, they lowered her pay. It's up immediately.
Yeah.
So you hired a new nigga. He got some of the job responsibilities that I currently had. I really wasn't briefed that he was going to be having the job responsibilities that I had, and you lowered my pay. So his intro to the group was horribly done.
It was terrible.
But let's watch the beginning of this because he starts right with what Rory and Mal said, which is pretty much important.
You want me to skip the intro?
Play the intro. I kind of like it.
All right.
Something wrong with the pussy. Something wrong with the pussy.
You can show this too.
Something wrong with the pussy.
Be somebody that like brags about shit they supposed to do. Like, nah, no. You don't get like credit for doing what you was hired for. This is what you get paid for to do this. Why are you throwing this in my face like you did something that you weren't asked to do? Just sit there and go, I did this. And it's like, nah, no, that was the agreement. Should I like give you a big hug because you did what you were supposed to do?
Nah, you got to put their name like in lights and like every day they walk and have balloons for them.
Let's play that one more time.
Be somebody that like brags about shit they supposed to do. Like, nah, no, why I did this.
That psychotic break energy. Let's just play that one more time. Just make sure I get in my right mindset so I can fry these fuck niggas. You know
He doesn't normally wear shades either, right?
No.
He don't want us to see his pupils.
You normally see his
He don't want us to
retired,
see his
drugged out eyes.
tears.
For sure.
I don't like.
You didn't like this?
It's just something about like always punching last. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It's something sad about that. Like, why aren't you throwing the punch first? He tried to do that when he first started this, because then the first episode was just about, hey, fuck them.
That's still a retaliation, though.
He kind of tried to.
Yeah, exactly.
He tried to play as far away from it as he could without immediately going here with just straight insults and shit like that.
Yeah.
But this was the episode that finally made him be like, all right, fuck him. Like, I'm going all the way in, opening the book.
He moved to the dark side.
Right. Before he would try to do it in a professional manner because he was also rolling out a new show that he was trying to get sponsorships for, all that good shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know.
He doesn't know. Starting the show off with hate is just good for ratings.
This is a 35 segment in a podcast. So it's like he kind of, he ripped off the sleeves.
The Band-Aid.
So where's the meltdown?
We'll go ahead and keep going.
Oh yeah, go to
5.
Wait, you said he starts right after this, don't he?
Go to like 4. Go to 4.
You can tell he's collecting his thoughts right now.
Should we hear what he has to say right here, or should you want me to switch? Because I'm thinking.
Let's get into the heat of this shit, dog.
Let's go to 4.
Let's get into the heat of this.
Listen to me, Lauren.
It's hard because y'all just said it starts right after.
Lauren, do you want to be Kirk?
Rory, like you're fumbling through a BetterHelp script when it's clear your therapy is just about as effective as Mal's diet. At one point, I was the person that Rory in particular felt comfortable confiding in with his fractured relationships with everybody on our team. And then at some point, in walks Mal. Here comes the elevator doors swing open. Mal walks in 2 hours later as if nothing happened. And when I started on this show, I had spent so much time committing to a company, committing to guys that weren't ever really committed to the company or the work at hand themselves.
I think that was the main thing, though. Like, I think the Mal and diet line. I mean, the whole confiding. Yeah, y'all were good friends, man. That happens.
So this is still in the cutout part, right?
You can start it right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he was more committed than the captains of the ship.
Yeah.
Go to about like 7:45, Lauren. Right. I want to see if I still got it. I remember watching this shit. It might be a little bit too early, but he starts to just talk about the laziness of Mal. Really shit that we all kind of knew.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like,
we knew everything that he said. Like Rory's a little emotional, kind of, but he's kind of cool. But
the mayor's talk a lot.
They know the email that I'm referring to because they just chose to ignore it. They never read it. But this email, I got responses to it. I sent it in February. We got around to it in August. So, I felt loved and appreciated along that 6 months. That was the reason why I put up with a lot of shit. But that was the ultimate slap in the face. And that's true. These comments, everyone spends time shitting on people that imagine listening to a podcast and then commenting about podcasts. Oh, these fucking losers. These people care, and they care about us, and they care about our lives, and they can also read between the lines and understand what the fuck is actually going on. A lot of these comments are pretty fucking spot on. My role, if you're a listener, you can even track it, changed dramatically from when I first came onto the show to where it ended up. I'm not going to bring in numbers. We can go there if we want. I don't plan on it. When I had my New Year's Eve story, brought in a significant spike to the Patreon, none of which I was, saw any more money of, which again, wasn't in my contract. I wasn't cut or owed any bit of Patreon at that time, nor did I ask for any money from that at that time. I was just very happy to contribute to the show in a very big way.
Pause.
Fast forward.
And now skip 2 minutes. Is that fair though? He's being sarcastic, but he's kind of being an asshole too. Like what I did for the company. I spiked this shit up, and I ain't even asked for it. I'm a good dude. Do y'all?
It's not fair on the surface, but it's just a pile on of he didn't feel appreciated.
Yeah,
like he felt like he was more of an asset than they saw him as. And, they learned how to be bosses from Joe Budden, which is like learning math from like an OnlyFans bitch. It's like,
yeah,
that's not the best sensei.
So what would have been the right thing to do?
On whose part? On,
yes.
On him bringing a spike to it.
You
know the answer, you just don't want to say it. I feel like every time something like this and something that we're reviewing comes up, there's this like gray area where like something like this will come up where he brought in a viral moment that spiked the Patreon and he didn't get any revenue from it. And y'all might view it as like bad business or he could have done that.
No. Okay. I literally said that is just one of the things that's on the bigger pile of I don't feel appreciated here.
And even
not to say that he deserves direct compensation for that specifically, but it's just like, yo, like I work harder than Damaris, I work harder than Mal.
Yeah.
It's certain shit that's not even on my thing to do, like bring more attention and more viral content, but I've been doing that.
Why was there such a long pause when I asked the question?
Because
I didn't understand the question at first, dog. You're
Yes.
real elusive.
Yes, and
you're a sneaky guy.
Yeah, you're.
There's always a catch. I'm like,
was it confused?
I didn't hear the question because I was thinking too much in my head about stuff already.
But and also,
It's
you
that
know,
easy,
we
dog.
care about the creative arts, but nigga, we're still on the side of like, nigga, you got yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
You kind of have to sit in that. Even with last week, we was talking about Math and Esso. Like, Esso and Heineken fucked up. It's not all the Math fault. Like
Nobody
you did,
said that last week.
I said that. We said that.
Everybody said that.
We was like in a. It's kind of.
I remember I asked last week.
I thought we agreed on that.
We,
I remember
we
I asked.
agreed because
we all agreed
you
on that. There
you
was
had
only
literally
3 people on the show, though.
You had literally pinpointed off of something I said. And you was like, it's everybody's fault because it's like, you know, they signed bad contracts, but Math is a bad leader.
I literally said that
off of something I said. But
oh my god,
we're team.
Come
We're
on,
team.
dog, come
We're on the
on.
team.
God damn it, nigga.
I
That's what's
remember
up.
I was asking. Why is it standard business practice to not have talent all over the place? Nobody can answer that question.
Well, now that's a completely different issue.
To not have talent
And
all over the place. What do you mean?
That's a completely different
From
issue.
what we were
Just
talking
be-
about last week.
Just because it's standard business practice to extort niggas throughout perpetuity throughout the universe doesn't mean you
Yeah,
have
but
to.
but my question was, why do you think it's like that though?
Because the
You think the standard business practice is
industry,
extortion?
the entertainment industry is predatory.
Man, I remember a couple weeks ago, you refused to believe the industry was fully predatory. I remember that shit vividly.
Crazy. That don't even sound like me, dog.
It does sound like you.
I know what you're talking about.
Wait,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I vividly remember that shit.
Explain it.
So I can't believe you just said that just
You
now.
remember so vividly. Explain it.
Well, you talking
I
about
remember
who
you were
didn't get
saying-
fucked by the industry?
Yeah, like you were
Who
pretty
didn't
much
get fucked by
you're
the
pretty
industry?
much saying
Nigga, that was last week.
No, it wasn't. No,
I know what it
wasn't.
is.
When
It's-
we were saying who gave their ass to kiss to the industry and still made it in the industry.
Was it that? That wasn't
That's the
last
last
week. That
comment-
wasn't last week.
Nigga,
No,
that
that
was
was
last
I think that was last week.
That was
Or
last
It might have
week,
been the
dog.
one before. But it's essentially I've had this
2
conversation
weeks
before.
maximum.
Where it's like AJ is on the side of like everything is grimy, and you're on the side of hey, not everything is grimy. That's
Well,
what
no,
it was.
it's usually
That's what it
AJ
was.
defends grime, and then niggas like us would be like, yeah, you know, it's all right to say shit is grimy.
Yeah, that happens too.
That happens
too.
That's not what he just said though.
But it doesn't matter. They're both correct.
Oh, okay.
Joe
They
Budden
both
tactics.
stand. They both
Move the
stand.
goalposts.
Real time.
Is that not what happens?
Yeah, but what's going on
No,
with
there's no point in inserting what you just replied
So you
to.
can
what
criticize me, but I can't criticize you. That's what this is.
No, you're moving the goalposts in your favor without finishing what we were.
I
having
honestly
a
said the
conversation.
same thing that y'all did. It's just flip perspective. It's the same dynamic every conversation. But it's just from on our end, it looks like you defend bullshit.
Y'all are the same. Let's play the video.
No, but going back to the.
It's a good part.
Go ahead.
It's a good part.
Is this what you want to play?
Yeah.
All right.
You just skipped
For me
2
at the
minutes.
time, I just want to throw something out there to be like, I'm glad I'm not in this phase of my life. Obviously, that got a lot of attention from the community, and then someone sent me the video to the one that I played at the beginning of this episode of Rory and Mal having that cute little back and forth about me needing to be, celebrated, sucked off and hugged with balloons and greeted every day. And it really like was a gut punch because I mean we don't even need to talk about the situation, like the other situations and everything else that I've gone through in this fucking at that show, but it's so on brand to think that that's the very thing in which led to this split or led to the downfall was me needing to be championed at all times. It couldn't be further from the truth. If by champion you mean paying me what I'm worth, that would have been a great start. I would have been able to put up with, because I know how this is going to go. I love Nathan Fielder. I've been watching the rehearsal. Let's do some Nathan Fielder method, aka role playing. If you're not familiar with the Fielder method, I know how this is going to go. This comes out on Tuesday today. If you're listening, obviously, they're going to come into the studio. Well, now when I was there, they recorded 3 days a week. I still think it's 3 days a week, but Say Wednesday or
This was a very simple thing at this whole breakup. This is a very simple thing to me. He stopped respecting them because of their work ethic.
Yeah.
That's it.
He got himself fired.
And as a person who does like some behind the scenes stuff a lot, like, and anybody, you all here have edited stuff before, the kind of grind and effort you have to put in to edit things consistently, like to sit there behind a team of people and do things and make that shit run a certain way, and then watch them not do anything, like even if it's something different, just to watch them not hustle and expect everything to come through you. It's like, I don't mind doing that, but I want to see you hustle too. And if we're on a team, I don't mind doing that. That's my job. But let me see you fucking hustle on your side of the shit, nigga.
Put the same amount of energy.
Yeah.
The nigga tried to have a weekly meeting and nobody cared about it. You know, it was just, I don't know, man. He
didn't have a lot of respect around the office.
Was he doing too much?
Sounded like he was doing what he was getting paid for.
Yeah.
It's just he realized how little they were doing. That's
all. That's why I said he just stopped respecting.
Yeah.
But it also seems like he has a feeling of he wasn't properly compensated for what he was putting in either.
Yeah.
So Rory and Mal hoed him out pretty much to elevate their podcast and then dumped them before the new deal.
That's how he makes it sound. But it depends how much he's getting paid.
Scheme,
we got to figure out the numbers.
Yeah, because
they treated him like a whore.
Because if he was getting paid, solid money, then.
And what was Damaris getting paid?
It dropped.
It dropped significantly.
Yeah, but what is that drop? And what was it before? Like,
oh yeah, that I don't know.
New York, man, you got to pay your producers.
Yeah.
A living wage.
Like at least $90,000.
We live in North Carolina. F-Mac can starve. Fuck them.
Yeah.
This nigga work for free.
Nigga, our soil is fertile enough, man. He can go out there and grow his own crop.
What? That's
you know
crazy.
What's going on, man?
Don't big up the grime now.
We evil, F-Mac. We evil.
We hurt people.
We hurt people.
But what else? So I guess Rory and Mal are just as grimy as Joe Budden, I guess. Is that how we sum this up?
They learned from the best.
I do want to say that I think one of the things I stopped giving a fuck about this podcast, I think he started doing live streams of them more. I don't know. It's just like he started doing more lives than podcasts, so I wasn't sure what was coming out.
He pivoted.
It was definitely like more live streams, or he's live streaming the podcast. I don't know. It was just like,
yeah.
I feel like he didn't stick to his original formula or try to make that better. I feel like he kind of just like had a formula, did it a couple times, and then just like slowly backed into just kind of doing whatever.
He's still probably trying to find his footing. But his background makes me sleepy.
It's very simple.
I feel like that wall is just too bare. Like, and then like he has the monotone speech. So he's doing that, and then he combines that with the boring ambiance. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking
And you
tired.
know, for those of you that are tired like Tone, he's angry right now. Like,
who, me?
No, I'm saying
Julian.
Yeah, he's angry.
This is him on.
This is his angry. Like, I just can't believe that they would say something.
Yeah, because y'all
like
started this saying it was a crash out.
Well, we broke it down. It started at crash out, then it went to temper tantrum. Yeah, meltdown.
It's not even a temper tantrum.
Yeah, it's not even that, dog.
Psychotic break.
It's not. It's definitely not that.
And psychotic breaks look different on different people.
They do.
It could
I'm
much
okay
be
with
a
psychotic
morning.
break.
I feel like this is morning.
I mean, he is in all black with the black shades.
All black shades. And it feels like something died.
What the niggas and white chicks say? This is a BF. This is a bitch fit. This is a bitch fit.
Yo, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Nigga, this is a
Bitch fit
bitch
is hilarious.
I don't think he's upset enough a bitch fit.
I think it would be a eulogy
crying.
if he brought the numbers in. Because he's the only one that could see it contractually. They probably got it. He can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he came with actual facts.
Now, that's some eulogy type shit right there.
They
though.
paint them in a different picture.
That's some eulogy. Niggas start dropping your numbers. Let me tell you what I did when I went viral.
Start breaking NDAs.
This would happen when he went viral. This would happen when I went viral. Boom, bow.
Y'all taking sides?
Damaris. However she feels about this.
Black woman's side.
Yeah.
That's a +4.
Quick with it too.
Yeah, that was quick. I don't know what to choose
I took
now.
away the option. Don't be like me, nigga.
If I be like you, I'm
you
just
gotta
look
side
fake.
with the ginger because he's still a minority.
I would. I don't know, man, because I don't want to just discredit everything that Julian is saying, even though I do
I think
believe
he's saying
that
a lot of right shit.
even though he put himself in this predicament by wanting more.
That's not really putting yourself in that predicament.
No, he wanted more. Where he should have just stayed stagnant.
He got gluttonous.
He got gluttonous. Too much gluttonous.
The greed overtook him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he tried to surpass his master. That's like Rule 27 of 48 Laws of Power, dog.
You gotta wait for that.
Just in terms of like,
wasn't he there for like 2-3 years?
Yeah, but let's be honest, like to what Lauren was saying, he's a workaholic. He's hitting niggas up, emailing niggas for what? Like niggas don't check emails, Julian. What the fuck are you talking about? He's trying to set up meetings that nobody wants to like.
Are you joking? You like fucking with me, or are you serious?
I'm being a little bit.
Be honest, dog.
I have to figure out where y'all stand with this because it's like, so when does somebody ask for more?
I'm being a little bit real because you have to understand your environment that you in.
Okay.
Like this isn't email and like ask niggas for follow-ups through emails type of environment. You know what I'm saying? Because
Rory and Mal show makes at least $200,000 a year.
Absolutely is.
At least, if not, I mean, I feel like I'm super lowballing it.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
You're
It's
putting
just 'cause
money.
They're not making $20,000 a year.
You're putting money based on like the amount of money a company earns doesn't mean they're like respected or they run like the amount of money they should like.
Or
you know?
their business is in order. Nigga, Math Hoffa taught us that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
What does that have to do with anything though?
That like you can have a successful business on paper, but that doesn't mean you managing it properly.
You're managing it properly.
So is that good? Is that
That's terrible, dog.
Exactly.
What you mean? That's so bad, nigga.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
I'm just
You
saying.
don't hear what you're saying right now?
Yeah.
This that shit I'm talking about. This is that shit. Because I'm like, you standing on this shit, and then
But you gotta
want to go all the way to the end, but it's like, come on, bro. Please just give me one right. Like, what are you doing right now? But if I go the other way, I'm the devil.
Yeah, you fucking
like, what the fuck? But you standing on this.
Yo, you're older than us, dog. You can't be playing like that.
Yeah, the only way you should move and
this is crazy.
So Nobles, the only way you should move in this environment when you're that up is through email and paper and like text message and all that. You need to be able to
Shut the fuck. No, I'm fucking around.
Nigga, no, that's not. First off, that ain't me.
Yo, Google.
First off, that ain't me, nigga. But secondly, you tripping. Like, I mean, I know you playing around a little bit. I know you're playing around a little bit. I know it's a game.
No,
but
I'm playing. Look, I'm playing around, but it's also the side of me, the asshole side, that it's like, dumbass, you put yourself in it. Why? Who cares about emails? Just stop emailing niggas.
So when does he ask for more?
About getting paid.
Those are two different issues.
Yeah,
now
those
you're
are
moving the goalposts.
A little bit. Okay,
I'll
now
keep
I'm
with
gonna
the
answer
same
that question.
Like group.
When is it necessary for him to start? What is wrong with him sending emails?
It's okay.
Like,
you're putting
like what he was describing earlier. It's like, all right, Menace material. I can't even think of an example for us here.
Yeah,
like it's like we by the book, but you don't go to the barbershop. Like back when you was sweeping up hair in the barbershop, right?
Yeah.
You didn't like clock out for break. That's not the kind of environment
didn't
this
clock
is.
in either.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't act like this is a clock in environment and like be by the book when you know that this is a loose barn field.
But
you
real
getting
quick,
paid under the table.
Correct. No, he wasn't getting paid under
No,
the
I'm
table.
talking about this nigga.
Oh, okay.
As a kid,
but in this
sweeping up hair.
case, yes, in that environment, you're getting paid under the table. Yeah, it's not right for you. But when you've brought me in to make it better, your show better as a producer, and I've done 3 years of like actively making your business more money, bringing the structure around, because the more structured you are, probably the more money you'll make.
Yeah.
When is he out of pocket at this point?
No, okay. So
when you make
he's
balls
not
show
out of
up on
pocket
time.
for wanting more money. Want to get that clear. He's very normal. He's a normal person. But the way you do that is you put together your reasons, your value, the things.
Wait, hold on. But this is what I also want you to realize. But this is what I also want you to realize that he does. This is what I also want you to realize. He was driving this. You don't have to answer for him. He can answer all this questions, but he knows you'll just go.
Oh, that's not what I was
like. But so you stop talking and explain what I just did.
Well, hold on.
You answer me.
Well, hold on. I don't like the fact that you cut my man's off in the middle of
now I have
popping
to
his
shut
shit.
the fuck up just to see him look stupid.
Because he was driving it.
But driving what?
He was a passenger in my car.
No. Well, so he's driving now. Explain your point. Explain your point, nigga.
Look, all I was saying. No, you explain it, nigga.
I honestly don't remember.
You both?
I know. I remember.
I really don't.
Okay.
I can't explain it.
It's a slippery slope. Just remind me.
You put together everything that he said in a snarky way.
Yeah.
You put that together in a beautiful piece that, you know, something very simple, big lettering that Mal can read.
Right.
It won't be hard to be confused. No fine print. It's too small. And you put that together like that instead of putting in a video months later, like, if you look at this video in this month, I made this shit spike. Whoa, look at me. No, you should have put that in a nice booklet for them to see. And if they didn't want to oblige by what you had presented, you put your balls out and you let them rock back and forth. If that's what you choose to do.
Let your nuts hang.
Yeah. Where exactly is the disagreement?
I don't think it's a disagreement.
Yeah, no, it's just there's no disagreement. Well, I don't know.
There was a disagreement.
There was a disagreement.
It felt like there was a point of contention between like what we were saying and what you were saying, and I don't think
because it started when I was like he kind of
because the point of contention was y'all were pretty much like this nigga was doing too much by even sending emails, but it's like right. So I'm asking. So when is it okay for a nigga to ask for more when he significantly brought up the value of the business?
Put it like this. Put it like this. Hold on. What does 𝔓𝔦𝔑 does exactly what he needs to do.
Okay.
Nothing more. Yeah. And it's so beautiful. Like he doesn't try to like fucking do anything extra. It's just like it's just
right enough.
What we need.
Answer my question, though.
And I did. What do you want to know?
What was your question one more time? At what
you
point,
want Tony to answer your question because I answered it.
Are you asking at what point or how do you do it?
But wait, at what point?
Oh, so I just asked how you do it. So you want to know what point now?
When you feel like you've earned it.
When you
feel like you've earned it. When you feel like you've been here long enough, your whatever value that you added is obvious.
Right.
It's like, okay, I got here December woo. It is now June or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Look at the standard deviation in terms of success.
Well, first you asked how you do it. Now you ask when.
I actually never asked how. But you assumed I asked that. I never asked that.
But does that answer the question?
But that goes back to then why is this nigga wrong?
Who said he was wrong?
He did.
I feel like
first of all,
I feel like you cross-pollinated things that we agree with because there was some things we agree with.
There's a lot of hive mind
first
over here sometimes.
First of all,
I get confused.
I was literally having my own conversation.
He goes a little bit too far to where I'm like, okay, I don't agree with that part. I like how you started.
But
the beginning was cool.
And maybe that's how everybody gets confused because he says, I don't agree with that part. But I was just saying, like, all right, you got to understand, right? You're a man.
An Indian man.
You're a man. Let's just, boom. That answered a lot of questions that we're having right now. Like, you're a man. So in terms of like you getting yourself in situations, you putting yourself in predicaments, in circumstances around people where, you know, you hope they respect you, that's on you. That's literally all on you. That's
it's on you that they don't respect you?
I'm saying it's on you to surround yourself by
people that respect
it's on you to surround yourself by people that respect you. And that people that care for you and people that want to see you grow, and vice versa, for you to be around people that you want to see them grow.
Yeah,
and vice versa. So it's
but do you give any credence to like
a bad contract that you signed?
Not necessarily bad contract, but you don't know how you're going to be appreciated until you're getting treated like shit. Like time has to go by.
Yes.
When he went to Rory and Mal, there wasn't like an immediate. And even if there was, you can't even just judge it based off that first impression because you never know.
There was an immediate.
It's not guaranteed that niggas is going to disrespect you.
There was an immediate situation. It wasn't like disrespect towards him, but like they didn't say anything about their position. They just lowered the mayor's pay and had this nigga in her seat with no explanation.
And so you think that's a telltale sign of an unprofessional environment, so there's no point in leaving memos.
That is a telltale of an unprofessional environment, and not that you need to.
They're opening up their thoughts now. Mm-hmm. See, I had to fight for that though.
What are you talking about?
You didn't.
Y'all working it out. I'm just letting y'all work.
I've been saying this stuff. What is wrong with you? I be saying this.
They don't be
y'all
listening,
niggas
dog.
be
They
crazy, bro.
don't listen.
I be saying the same shit the whole time, and it's like
nobody's changed though. They just understand.
Nah, fuck you, nigga.
Nah, hold on,
because you started
don't
this.
Don't loop me with them. I've understood.
You messed that up
the whole time. We've agreed on some parts, but I think they, simple
I got you.
Like to make shit simpler.
Anyway, back to the point of that. It's not a telltale sign. Well, it is a telltale sign of an unprofessional work environment. But what was the second thing you said? It is also a telltale.
Why is he wrong?
It is also a telltale sign that if they're unprofessional with themselves, nigga, then what are you?
But
you know
the mentality that you're coming from with how you approaching this thing. This was your business. You would end up losing all your employees, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
like the way that you're operating.
I was in Rory and Mal's position.
Right, because if you're I'm saying you're them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying you're them. So you're not actively doing things to make your business better. You're bringing somebody in to make your business better. Okay, the person's coming in to do that for you. You're not encouraging that. You're not incentivizing that. You're not. And then they're doing all this work and they're not seeing you do any work. Why is that person going to stay with your business? And how's your business going to grow?
And I'm saying that. So we agree, because I'm saying that Julian is a fool for being around that and assuming that something was going to change, as in emails, as in fucking meetings. Like it's all a little childish. So I'm saying, all right, if you want to sit in a dirty pamper for a long time and just like wash the rest of your body hoping that you're going to be clean, that's cool. But your ass is still dirty. Like, you're still sitting in shit. Nothing's changed. So for you to be in that position for a long time, I am saying it is his fucking fault. Now, that doesn't take away everything that Rory and Mal done. No, but we also can't like this nigga's
how long is a long time though? Because like, all right, couple weeks go by, a couple months.
I've worked at a job for 2 weeks. And the only reason why it was 2 weeks is because the first week I was driving with another nigga in my FedEx car.
Though. That's different.
No.
You couldn't survive that kind of job.
I'm giving you an example of me. I don't know about their lives, but of me knowing what I need, assessing my situation and moving forward and moving correctly.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I stayed there for the first day I drove by myself, I was like, yeah, bro, this is just not for me. Like, something's gonna happen.
But you can't compare not being built to sling packages out of a truck all day to a nigga coming in for a pretty formal job, wanting to go through the real legal ways of getting shit done and then asking for a raise and then have that shit not happening there. Those are two completely different things.
He asked for a raise?
Yeah.
How I wish he would have told how he asked for the raise. I would have loved to see that. I don't know if it
covered it before, but I don't know if they ever like divulged if it was like an email or a conversation. I can't remember.
And it was
when he first left though, that was definitely like topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Like he asked for more money essentially, or maybe everybody was assuming that, and then at some point somebody confirmed that it was true.
Yeah, and AJ, you're a big guy, no pun intended, on like just respecting what you sign. Like there's no such thing as a bad deal, just a bad signature that you use for a dumb reason.
No, there's bad deals.
Yes, but you sign them.
Yeah.
You sign them.
Yeah.
And you'll shut up.
There's no.
Yeah. Until my time is done, essentially. Like,
you sign them.
Right.
And I think that's very important. Like in all cases, in all situations like this, even though I do believe Rory and Mal should take all heat, whatever for this.
We put a lot of heat on Julian in this clip.
Because I don't want to take away his insolence and his ignorance of what he was going through. Because that's how because he's not the victim he thinks he is. Gotcha. I want to get that out the way. Okay. Then that's my whole thing. Like, you're not some like damsel in distress.
Right.
Like, no, you saw signs. You saw when they was beefing with Joe. What was that situation when that was after he had left. He had like talked to Joe Budden and shit. But even with that, shit, like, but you saw how they would talk shit about Joe, but if they would tell you to not bring him up, like just little hoe shit,
like off the scene,
and little things,
the whole shit,
yeah. And
so how long do you let something slide?
I don't know, dog. Like
how long? Because how long was this tenure with Rory and Mal?
2-3 years.
I don't know exactly, but I'm thinking 2-3 years at least.
Yeah, and what's wrong with trying to better something over and over? Like, what's wrong with like, I have belief in this product, we can make something here, we can do this, let's continue to try.
Before I completely give up on it.
I don't want to live in hindsight, but when you see this could be your future.
But you can always see things like that.
Yeah,
like
this could always happen.
This can always
even
happen.
The best situation.
This can always happen.
Something can happen. It could go left. Like and it could be a good situation for 10 years. It could be like, just like how niggas, like when people were going through like massive layoffs in like 2007 and 8, they have been working at their jobs for like 20 years, like fresh out of college. It was their only job.
You have disagreements, you have arguments, you have disagreements and arguments all the time, but we're committed to building one thing, right?
Yes.
So then that's what you do.
But in terms of like us, you've shown me your commitment. F-Mac shown me his commitment. You've shown me your commitment. We've all shown each other the commitment. Julian wasn't getting that back on the back end from them. It was just a one-way street. You wouldn't like, let's just say, Rory and Mal.
I don't we're also assuming it's all bad. And in most of these situations, it's not all bad. There's a slither of, okay, then it might be the way I'm viewing it. Because didn't he say that there was like some kind of birthday celebration? It was something that they did for him that kind of kept him going for another couple of months.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Seeing somebody's dedication,
some sort of approval.
Not people are not always on. Like I feel like I'm not always on all year. Like, you know what I mean? Like to where like you might see their level of dedication for a strong 6 months, but then it like goes ghost for 2 months. Like not sometimes you don't see people's dedication like consistently either. Yeah. So that like a birthday will rejuvenate you. Like something nice happening for you will rejuvenate you. Just like when you're stringing a bitch along. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be like
I like the way you just tiptoed that in.
It might like it's not everything she wants, but you just drop like a little things just to keep her going for a couple
of little crumbs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hansel and Gretel, bitch.
Yeah, essentially.
Is that the bread?
Hansel and
that's the bread.
It is Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, that's the bread. Yeah. But look, yes, it's just like that, nigga. It's just like leading a bitch on.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think that we can't be looking at him trying to coddle this nigga fully.
I feel that.
Even though, and I don't want to sound like, I'm just playing both sides, but even though Rory and Mal should get some heat for this, because it's like they treated him poorly.
They also probably
who should get more heat?
As a man?
I mean, they're all dudes.
Julian.
Right,
yeah.
Julian.
Likability plays into this too. They might not have liked him that much either.
You gotta hate yourself before you hate anybody else, because a lot of problems come from you not seeing shit. Yeah. So he should stop trying to hate Rory and Mal, hate himself for a little bit, and just see how that feels for being so stupid.
Probably bad. And you think that leads to like self-love? Like, is that the hero's journey?
It leads to acceptance of your situation.
And then after acceptance, you can love.
Because it's like a lot of times you're not mad at other people. You're mad at what you believed and what they would do or how you would have,
You mad at the narrative or like the story that you constructed. Like whatever story you tell yourself in your head about what's going on. That's what you hate.
Yeah.
You're just using them niggas as characters. Boom.
I like it.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
New on Everyday Club.
I want to zoom in on it. The experience alone is 10 out of 10, but like
folding it, eating with the different ways you eat it depends on your flavor, your palate, but it changes the way it tastes.
watch now.
And the toilet is clean enough for you to sit your ass on it. That is impressive.
Did you throw up in there? No, I'm just pooping. You know how I be.
Welcome to AS Color. So I like this one because
We're doing all powder.
So I stood here one day for like 4 hours just trying to make one basket.
Money.
That child is going to be a pro athlete.
Put your little.
This is very hot, yeah.
Oh.
Is it working?
Does that look center to you?
I don't know, is it right?
Business. All right, so we have our giant check. Evan's gonna press the button so you guys can see that it's real. Evan's very good at spinning it.
Like and subscribe.
Join us, it's going to be a good time.
5 total.
What did I say we're about to go next?
Lord Jamar.
No,
Lord Jamar.
DJ Vlad.
DJ Vlad. And Lord Jamar.
There you go.
Are back. They are. Let me just say, lay it before I ask, is this nigga a sellout? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Lord Jamar and Godfrey both kind of collectively, after DJ Vlad in 2020 heard an audio of Minister Farrakhan, which was also altered, but he made a hard stance, pretty much like a FU to Minister Farrakhan. That made Lord Jamar and Godfrey completely step away, but them stepping away, they both came to him as friends like, yo, You should really walk back what you said about the Farrakhan. You have made all your money. The reason you are who you are right now in hip hop, in life, is because of black people. This person is taken very seriously by a lot of black people.
Yeah.
You can say some fuck shit about a lot of people, but there's at least one person you need to walk that back, my G, especially if you plan on staying in hip hop and getting money.
Yeah.
Long story short, those conversations went left, and they pretty much both said, we are never fucking with this nigga again, which is DJ Vlad. And that was Lord Jamar and Godfrey. Both said that collectively, essentially on a 3-way phone call that they were having during this time. For now.
Until Dave Smith goes on Godfrey's podcast and pretty much assassinates Godfrey and Lord Jamar's relationship because of the way that Lord Jamar just got dismantled intellectually, and like none of his homies wanted to help him.
No, well, nobody knew.
He made it hard to help too.
Nobody knew.
He made it hard to like really ride for that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just because of how he was acting.
But that was the point of their fallout, which I think leads all the way back to Vlad.
Honestly, I don't think it's right that we say that he's back there without also highlighting him and Godfrey don't fuck with each other anymore either. You know what I mean?
And was Lord Jamar wearing Vlad pants in that picture? Because his shorts look like the wall that they're behind.
Nah.
Yeah, they definitely.
Are you sure?
Nah, it's not.
Wow.
That is strangely similar though. Like he looked invisible just from the waist.
It's a little bit different tone, but I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a little bit different.
Different tone
it's
due
wavy.
to wear.
It's
different.
It's
more
slithering.
Yeah, his is more like concrete.
It is slithering though.
Slithering.
Nah, those are juxtaposed.
Oh man, I can't wait to dress like an old nigga.
So
stopping.
Lord Jamar. This is disgusting.
He's not a sellout.
Oh, he's not. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just said it sounded good though. He's not a sellout.
It don't look good.
Half your takes.
It's honestly nasty, bro. It's honestly nasty because I feel like one of the things that we got great clips and bonding moments over between Lord Jamar and Godfrey
was Vladimir hate.
It's like we watch you niggas dunk on them, sober and drunk. You know what I mean? Like have a good ass time. We don't fuck with this nigga ever again. Nobody else should. I mean, I won't tell you what to do, but this is not good. Like I feel like they were I don't remember word for word what they were saying, but they were pretty much saying is me as a man would never do this.
Yeah.
As a black man.
As a black man in particular.
Which is even more like
because if you left that out, but they walking around with that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just off of what they preach and shit anyway. You know what I mean?
I don't even think Godfrey impersonates white guys.
So him going in, bruh, him doing it. I watch right now. There's 3 parts out because I don't have the member program. I don't have member level on Vlad's YouTube anymore. I only did it for
that one thing.
LeVar Ball.
Yeah,
I did it for the month they had that interview.
Was it worth it?
For LeVar Ball, yeah, it was worth it. It was like 2.5 hours too. Like
that was before he lost his foot, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. He hasn't. I don't think he's really done anything since then. Nothing real big.
It's hard for him to get around.
Yeah, he's just getting it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said he about to start a pod, maybe.
Gotcha.
And is this? Is sad though.
I hated. So Godfrey got on Instagram Live and was just like, "Can y'all believe he did this shit?" Because in their fallout, in Godfrey and Lord Jamar's fallout. Lord Jamar said that nigga probably gonna go back to Vlad too, like on some sellout shit. Like he said that.
Yeah.
And then he ended up being the one to do it.
Because whoever does it first.
That's insane.
Whoever does it first gets to hold that title.
It's embarrassing and it kind of really destroys. I think the flat earth thing was the tip of the iceberg. It was like it started the eclipse or whatever you call it, the downslope
Downfall.
of like Lord Jamar's just like being able to just like know Lord Jamar was debating a point and be like, I'm sure he represented it accurately and fairly. I feel like the flat earth shit, like just that whole behavior, it just had me like, you know what? I have to watch the whole thing before I say I was on this side and this one, you know?
And it's
you can't agree with Lord Jamar on the flat earth shit.
No, because it was just too crazy. And then him going back in that first clip, in the first clip that they did, that clip is 7 minutes long. There's no fucking reason for this clip to be 7 minutes long. Lord Jamar was trying to articulate that he didn't go against his word in just the biggest way possible. I don't even know how to like describe my words correctly.
Because
and
I
I'm
know
dragging
exactly
it
what
out.
you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? Like, I feel the same way because I'm just
Finish
like,
your breakfast.
like how dare you do this? You know what I'm saying? And
it's
why
the
even,
audacity.
right. And why even try to act like you have some philosophical reason on why you're back?
Because
that's the audaciousness it takes to believe in flat Earth. Like your convictions are so strong, and you like to make them seem like they come from up here, from your brain.
And-
Right.
But it's really just based on how you feel. Like you feel like moving slimy, you gonna move slimy. Of course, you're gonna try to justify that shit with logic.
Exactly.
But there's nothing that could logically.
Him and Godfrey hadn't even fallen out. It hasn't even been six months yet.
And he's moved on already.
Yeah.
Moved back.
He's went back.
Yeah, moved
Which
back.
is nasty. He went back to that old thing.
To
He
the
leveled
white
down.
man.
It's something.
You think he got paid too?
Yes, of course.
Nigga,
And
you
that's
don't sell,
why
you don't sell your soul for free.
But that's why, yes, Lucifer gave him a good deal.
Yeah.
And that's why he's going to be okay with this. Because at the end of the day, he could be like, I'm using the white man for what he's worth.
I better not hear that nigga say that.
And that's
shit.
all
I
he
swear
has to
fucking
say.
God, I'm going in. If I hear him say some shit like, yeah, I mean, I got cool with him. I mean, he's paying me, so it's like whatever. Oh, I'm going in, nigga. How disgusting is that, nigga?
Now, and that's the funny thing
Because you
about.
should have went 4 years ago when you was keying and talking shit about the nigga. Why not go back? I'm sure the payments didn't slow up.
That's the sad part about like situations like this where it's a triangle of hate, because it doesn't take nothing for that point at the top to get switched around with somebody at the bottom. And now it's just like, okay, damn, like the roles are reversed. Like two niggas that wasn't on the same side is like friends now. And that's typically what happens in most cases.
Outside of him going back and how just like, this is honestly kind of embarrassing for him.
Kind of.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting that he went back.
It's nasty.
What Lord Jamar brought to Vlad TV in terms of the reoccurring guest and just like I feel like the light that we held him in, it's like he's coming back. And I don't know, man. It's such a nasty stain on his return that like when I watch the clips, because this will keep continuing over the next like couple months or years or whatever, as long as they're good, it's just going to be no reason to go now. You know what I mean? Because it's just nasty.
He's going to turn
not
into
want him for long either.
What'd you say, Lauren?
Vlad's not going to want him for long either.
Nah,
Once
man,
the
he's going
numbers
to
ain't
want
doing
him
what they
forever.
He's just going to pump and dump.
I mean, these numbers ain't bad, I don't think.
He's going to turn into a diet version of Charleston White. Watch.
Once they numbers start going down.
He's going to turn into a diet version. That's what he's going to turn to. It's just like, fuck it. Let me talk about these
Let me
niggas.
see what these comments look like. Are people disgusted? They have to be, right?
Yeah.
Fell out with Vlad, manipulates Godfrey to leave the platform. Falls out with Godfrey, runs back to Vlad. Nasty work. Lord officially losses. Yeah.
From a flat earther crash out to complete sellout. Traded a real friend for an FBI informant. I got absolutely no respect for this man. Lost all hood privileges. Damn, his name ain't good no more.
Lord Jamar said.
My fault.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Lord Jamar said, watch Godfrey run back to Vlad. After they started beefing, then he runs back.
And this
that was
is
all right.
What a dude will do when he needs money. Facts. Because
Jamar-
that's all it looks like.
Damn, Jamar's pathetic and disgraces everything he represents.
Damn.
They don't even like his ideas no more.
And because I don't know if people ever liked Lord Jamar. Like I saw after the Dave Smith thing, that's his last name?
Yeah.
After the Dave Smith thing, I saw a lot of people in his comment section like, yo, fuck that dude, Lord. Godfrey was tripping. I saw a couple people.
Yeah.
But
that was also like his crew too, though. You know what I mean? Like
there's not many flat earthers, dog.
There's some big ones.
It's
though.
not a lot. There's some big ones.
Yeah. Like
but nigga,
famous
Kyrie
ones.
Irving be busy.
Yeah, to go to a podcast and defend why he thinks the earth is flat, for sure. Yeah,
Especially,
yeah.
I feel like they think the earth is flat for different reasons.
yeah, if you're a
I feel
hotel,
like everybody thinks every flat earther. I've heard something different from all of them.
they have different beginnings.
This one up top's kind of poetic.
Yeah, it is.
He proved that he was a moron with flat earth stuff. He proved he was a snake with how he did Godfrey, and now he proved he has no integrity by running back to Vlad, especially after saying Godfrey would first. What an embarrassing little old man.
My God.
Damn.
We should
He's
edit
been
this out
stripped of everything. Like publicly, he has been emasculated and stripped of all dignity and respect.
And that's
like,
why I say he's going to lose Vlad too. The story's going to end with him losing Vlad as well.
Because he's not pumping enough numbers for him.
because people ain't fucking with him like that. So it's gonna end up being.
I almost hope Vlad just does this to him, like the one first interview, and never again.
Never again.
Like whores him out a little bit, just to teach him a lesson.
It's kind of like in the Tyler Perry movie when she goes back to the dude that was beating on her.
Yes,
to get hit again.
Yeah. So I almost hope
it's a necessary scene.
I almost hope he hits him again in the form of doing one welcome back interview, which is what we're getting the pieces of now, and then just never again, because this shit is crazy. Lord Jamar is pathetic. You know, like this is something media wise I don't want to ever be in front of.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like I don't want that to be my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Vlad's part of Jamar's.
Jamar's part.
You step into his shoes.
Yeah.
Because all you have is your word, dog.
Like going back to the couple topics ago, like me saying like I'm a hypocrite, I will omit certain things if it affects my livelihood.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's the start of that shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's the seed.
You think that's the tip of that's the seed being
not
planted?
the tip, but like it's just once you start looking to the left, you might start walking to the left.
I don't know. That's crazy.
This
is insane.
I think, but most people have a line. Most people have a distance that they can't go that much further down that path. I think Lord Jamar has just got stronger calves than you, nigga. He's willing to run.
Lord Jamar put himself in an unfortunate predicament, man.
Yeah.
And it's not even like being dumb on the internet is a good thing, but he thinks it's a bad thing. Yeah. And that's kind of why he went off on Dave Smith and kind of like alienated Godfrey from himself, because he felt embarrassed. He felt like, he felt like he was respected because of his intelligence, and that was never why people came to him.
I respected his hip hop intelligence for sure.
But yes.
And like his cultural and his I definitely respected Lord Jamar's cultural intelligence.
But he wanted you to love his science as well.
Yeah,
which is the hard
I couldn't
part.
like,
the mathematics.
Right. Like the first time I heard his I was like, whoa. Whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Were you like that? Because I feel like he probably wowed some regular niggas. Like when he started bringing up like saturation of tennis balls and all that, a nigga who hasn't thought about this before might go like, I mean, he's tried harder than me.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely catered to somebody in that argument.
Somebody believed
for sure.
Yeah, nah.
But what's also funny is like I wish I was watching it with a flat earther, so they could be like, "Oh, that's disgusting. Why would he say that when he should have said this?"
Yeah.
But it also sounds equally as stupid.
Yeah.
It's,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a different kind of dumb.
Right. And he's disappointed at his level of dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely respected Lord Jamar's hip hop thing, but the science. Now I don't give a fuck about his hip hop take.
Yeah.
But is that fair?
Yes.
I don't think.
Is that fair?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
not really.
Well, at least he's being honest about
not really, because it's not like if he says factual hip hop historical things, they are factual. Yeah. My respect for the man is just so low.
If he tells you about the Bombadas and
right.
whoever else was around at that point in time,
historical context is historical context, but respecting his takes on hip hop that's not historical, respecting his takes, I don't have to do that anymore.
That actually might be his safest bet. Just go straight
historical shit.
Hip hop history.
Yeah.
But Lauren ain't gonna respect.
Like leave your opinion out.
Yeah, leave
at
your
all
opinion
times
out.
Because like we don't care about your opinion.
I don't care about your opinion.
But he can still do just straight hip hop, historical, factual moments, reviews, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? But him as a person is down.
What was his defense of going back to Vlad? Like how did he verbally justify it?
Let's just listen to it a little bit.
That'd be nice, huh? Yeah, this bullshit.
All right, here we go. The interview nobody saw coming. After 5 long years, Lord Jamar, welcome back to Vlad TV, my first original regular guest.
Has it been that long?
It's been 5 years. 2020. Yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. We got to start off with that. Why me and you stopped talking?
The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Why don't you explain it from your point of view?
His palms are sweaty.
He's weak, spaghetti.
My point of view. at the time, you and I was rocking. You know, we was doing these interviews. We were getting great responses from the people. They were getting a whole lot of views and all of that. Boom. Right. We ended up having a relationship, you know, outside of the videos and all of that type of shit. You know what I mean? And
no Diddy.
You
gotta put that out there. Yeah, very clear these days.
And see, the fact that you say no Diddy, let me just say, like, whatever goes bad in your life, nothing can be worse than becoming a saying like no Diddy.
Get to it,
nigga. Imagine someone saying no Vlad every time.
Whenever you have a bad day, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you have a bad day, just say
Yo, we might have started saying no Lord Jamar.
This is why I said this. There was
when you
no
stop
reason.
making sense.
Yeah.
No Lord Jamar.
Yo, you Jamaring out right now.
Yeah.
No.
A Lord.
Good Lord, Jamar.
We can't say a Lord because that's what
or
Vice
no
Lords say.
Or no Lord.
No LJ?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, nah. Kevin Garnett, he be on that shit. Hey, Lord. I'd be like, yo, you could just be a open
There
gang
should
member.
be something. There, he does deserve
KG.
for
He is
this
KG.
level of like backslide.
Yeah.
It does deserve its own phrase.
Yeah, you need to be coined a term. Nigga.
He does deserve that.
Lord Jamar probably got one of those remote vibrators on him right now. Like just in him. And Vlad is just playing with it. You know what I mean?
What you mean, dog?
Just upping the speed on him.
Why?
Because it's like that's what it feels like right now. He's a black man right now. Nigga.
You think you got him by the balls?
This is a black man.
He got him by the balls?
Why not?
Why? Should we leave that in?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But he said it though. You stand on that shit, dog.
I will stand on that.
I thought that was great.
And because it's like,
I get it.
What is the point? Some things you can't turn your back on. Once you say
think the point is sexual
once
pleasure?
you say fucking nigga, that's not your brother. Like if we got into some shit, we can get back together.
Right.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
We'll make up.
We'll make up.
Yeah.
But likely I don't even see that happening. But it's like you don't make up with a nigga that you didn't really have any like prior conversation, any memories, any bad memories, good ones. This is just, I don't even want to call it a transactional relationship.
Working relationship.
Even though that's probably what it is.
They did.
Well, but he said that they had a relationship off camera.
That's what he
did.
said. But really, let's be honest.
They did. He brought it up again in this.
Oh, okay.
Like they reflected how I was enough of a friend that if I gave you advice, you would take that advice and it worked out well for you.
Yeah.
Like they did have that off-camera relationship. But I don't know.
That's a business relationship, though. That's not a friendship.
It's the same way that we met them. Like we technically met these niggas in the frame of doing content.
Yeah,
but through doing that shit, we hung out outside of cameras, and we're cool. We became friends. It's the same. It's similar situations. It's just we see each other every week.
Yeah,
it's different. Like it's just more. It's more intense, but it's the same thing. It's just a little bit more spread out with Lord Jamar.
Him and Lord Jamar were really homies though. Like nigga, they were doing live shows. I remember like the first live they did for Lord Jamar, and it was like Vlad brought Lord Jamar to like some college, and they did like a live speaking thing. Like this was early in the game.
18-year-olds played.
Bro, this shit was early in the game, bro. Like they really. That reoccurring guest, they really laid that blueprint together. They created a thing in content history in terms of like creating this new thing. I mean, I guess we kind of, reoccurring guests, they still created that together for the first time. Having this one person come back continuously, build a relationship with the interviewer, and have him comment on things in hip hop and culture.
On YouTube, for sure.
Specifically with the behind the camera interviews too. Like there were other platforms.
And that's what I'm going with. Yeah.
Like the art of dialogue wouldn't have been the thing without this, without that era.
Nope, not at all.
Because he, I forgot who the bodyguard name is, but I think it's Gene Deal. He be going up on art of dialogue like every other.
So if they were friends before, are they cool to be homies again now?
I don't know how close
not with how they went with
a friendship they were. And I honestly don't believe they were friends. I think one of them were using the other. And I think Lord Jamar was using Vlad.
And why did they break up? What was the pretense on that again?
Well, it was the Minister Farrakhan thing.
Yeah.
But the real question is, how does he justify being in the chair again? Does he ever answer for like, okay, this is what happened. Now this is why I forgave you.
We haven't gotten to that yet. I think in part 3 that they just dropped. Let's see in part 3. Because he just dropped part 3 while we were recording this episode. So,
Lord Jamar.
Because I can tell you right now, part 1 and 2, he said a lot of shit, but without saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was a lot of double speak.
It was a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
See, and they still baby walking there right now.
4 minutes, yeah.
Because no, what?
Yeah, but
wait,
and if
pause real quick. Just what's the title? Lord Jamar.
Vlad tells Lord Jamar what led up to him apologizing for misquoting Farrakhan. So it sounds like behind the scenes, Vlad apologized and tried to make amends.
Well, he took his statement back.
What's the title of part 2?
Vlad tells Lord
they haven't even
Jamar
gotten
the
to
mistake
it. They haven't even gotten to it.
He made when they fall out or fell out.
That's what I'm saying. Like none of these have anything to do with.
Yeah.
This is why I decided to come back. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
But
and that is the piece of the story that you slow walking. Like
yeah.
Your horse.
But if he was honorable, if he was going to hold some dignity, it should have been in that first clip.
Yeah.
Instead of him slow walking, it should have been, let's address the elephant in the room. We should have got there first.
And that's Lord Jamar saying that. Like, hold on, Vlad. I know you got to do the intro, but
right.
I got to say something.
I know it looks crazy that I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go through, but instead you want to
cash the check.
Slow walk it, and it's speaking of Diddy,
Yeah.
No, nigga, get
it's
to
almost
it.
like
Fuck this
it's
small
almost
talk.
like they haven't they've been talking to each other for 5 years.
A
This
lot.
doesn't seem like yo, I know it's crazy, right? Like just 5 years, we just ain't been fucking with each other.
Yeah.
Like that's
I think it was 5 years of like arguing and beefing.
So
it wasn't
still talking.
5 years of silence, just like, man, fuck that dude.
I don't
It
even
was
think the chemistry in
Lord
that
Jamar,
first
kinda
video,
nigga.
that first video when he started talking, the chemistry looked funky.
It was weird.
It looked weird.
Well,
like,
I think Lord Jamar was, when like you questioning yourself inside.
Yeah, he's in the hottest seat.
Like as he was sitting down on the chair, he's thinking about comments.
Vlad is in the winning position.
That's why Vlad sounded so excited.
Yeah, but like Lord Jamar was,
because one of them is going further out of their way.
Right.
Lord Jamar
And that's
broke
Lord
up
Jamar.
with Vlad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not. It's disgusting. And
are you gonna watch it? Yes.
Yep.
I'll say, man,
Gotta
It's
talk about
disgusting
it.
and entertaining.
Gotta
at the
talk
same
about
time.
it.
It's part of the job, dog. We cover filth.
Yep.
Sludge.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is
We
filth. This is
deep
the
in the
type of
gutter.
filth I like.
Yeah, he's a pig.
Just old niggas betray. Old niggas betraying their morals.
Greasy pig.
Greasy bastard.
Yeah.
About saying
Swindling some lard.
Can't put that shit past nobody. Huh?
some good shit, man.
Not even your homies.
This is nasty, man.
Nasty.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I got to see how this plays out.
Yeah. Like
How do you as a man, how do we just let me walk? I got to see this.
Yeah.
for my sake.
Right.
Let me learn how to do this shit. How the fuck do I flip?
No, I need to look, examine the signs.
Yeah,
So that when I see a nigga move like this, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
You're Lord Jamarin.
I need to know this is possible.
Don't
I
be
need to
like
see-
Julian.
Oh no.
Jamar.
Don't
doubt.
be a Jamar.
Let's get over to Cory Holcomb 5150 show.
Yes. So Cory Holcomb, legend in comedy, legend in media and podcasting, doesn't really get the clout for it or the gold medals.
His name doesn't come up like that.
But
for
he's had the
podcasting,
5150 show for years.
10 years at
I
least.
don't want to say this, but I think it's before Joe Rogan.
Ooh, you said it though.
I think it's before Joe Rogan.
Black
But
people always
he was
do
on the
shit,
show with Craig Smith and Darlene Ortiz. Everybody knows them. And
The regular host.
the regular host. And basically what happened was that Darlene was doing her loose talk about bullshit. It's a part near their show where they just let Darlene, just say
rant.
Get her womanly urge out.
Get her womanly urge out. So this happened, and they say the funny shit. It's beautiful.
Right.
So, and during that, they brought up Ricky Smiley. If y'all don't know who Ricky Smiley is, Black All-Star.
Legendary
He's
radio
He's
host.
gonna have a star on the Hollywood fucking street soon. But they was talking about him going on the Breakfast Club with Les Hilarious and Lauren LaRosa, Envy. And basically, Corey's name got brought up.
Charlamagne too.
And Charlamagne, of course.
Right.
Sorry. And I guess Cory Holcomb's name got brought up in a way that was kind of like, Ricky Smiley was like, hey, now don't say that name because I know Cory was going woody whoop whoop.
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Cory's drama.
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Cory's drama, and that's how his name got brought up. And Cory did not like that shit at all. He's tired of it. And I guess it's under the same.
So he was right.
It's under the same sentiment of like.
He was very right for being worried about the nigga name.
Exactly what happened. Yeah,
because he tried to get out of it and he still got in trouble.
Yeah. And it's under the same sentiment of what Esso and Heineken was talking about. Like, yo, if you're gonna have somebody on that's like always getting talked shit about. You know what I mean? In terms of like, you're only having people on that kind of talk shit about me. Like Jess Hilarious is already up there.
Right.
She doesn't like Cory. A lot of people don't like Cory that go up there. But let's just hear him talk about it.
That is frustrating.
First? Yeah, the first time.
That probably is frustrating because I'm relevant enough for y'all to bring my name up, but I'm not relevant enough for you to get an invite and really come defend myself.
And the fact that he's cool with Charlamagne, he's going to talk about how he feels like Charlamagne is kind of playing the middle ground of like, all right, I'm cool with Jess, of course, but I always, let's just play it.
And he
ain't want to be in the middle of that shit, but let's probably put him out there where, like, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't think I'll be on the Breakfast Club because I wouldn't smile with that fake ass bitch, and I would tell my brother who I love, Charlamagne, I'd be like, homie, I get a lot of flack for being messy. But nigga, what could be more messy than this shit? What could be more messier than the Breakfast Club? You got this bitch of chaos up here.
Bitch of chaos.
The bitch of chaos, less hilarious.
Yeah.
Up here, this bitch is hated by many. And on top of that, like I say, I love Charlamagne. But you throw this bitch alley-oops to motherfucking go at the shit. You have fake doctors on your show. It's like, it's become a real zoo. It's become a real zoo. Like, I do not dislike my brother. Do not go out there and talk about, I don't like Charlamagne the God. I like Charlamagne the God. I think Charlamagne the God has done things to have my back. But when I watch some of the shit that go on, I'll be like, how do you expect it not to be chaos? And you got a unfunny, insecure bitch on your show, and you let her dog you and your people out. And on top of that, I'm watching you feed the shit. You ain't dumb. Charlamagne is very intelligent. He's very intelligent. So for him to have a fake doctor bitch on the show, for him to have Less Hilarious on the show, and these people that he know kicks up negative dust, I'm like, okay, that's his angle. That's what he want to do. So it's a messy show now, in my opinion. I can't see me coming on the show and not getting attacked because I'm not going to be phony with the shit. I'm gonna be like, oh, so here go the fake unfunny bitch. You talked about this at the club and everything, but you never talk about how you killed the audience. You never talked about how you had a good show because you don't have a good show. You unfunny, and I think there are men in this world who like messy bitches around them.
Pause. Just wanted to see where we're at. All right. Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
I like messy bitches.
We know you do.
Yeah.
But so the whole point, and you could tell that he's kind of frustrated. Like he probably, from what I'm hearing, at least, he doesn't know like where to put Charlamagne in his head or his heart.
Because it's like, but it was a struggle for him to get there.
Because it's like I fuck with my mans, but at the same time, Cory Holcomb's ideology is like, oh, if I don't fuck with her, but you do, well, fuck you too. And
it doesn't seem like he's willing to go that far though.
He says it in the beginning, but he fucks with Charlamagne and he knows where like their relationship stands.
He's just laying out the shit that he does not enjoy.
Yeah.
He's laying out traits that he does not enjoy.
Yeah.
Other men to have. And even though I like you, I do not fuck with that trait at all.
Yeah.
And it seems like you like it and you are falling really close to me not fucking with you. in terms of like just on a human level.
Yeah.
I don't want that type of man near me.
And I think he goes in to say that like Breakfast Club is a messy ass show. I don't know.
Yeah, he did say that.
He's going to say it again, but
yeah, he said it a couple times. Yeah,
Breakfast Club is a messy ass. It was messy before.
Yeah, I was about to say, hasn't that not always been the case to a degree?
To a degree,
like
it's always been a little messy.
Yeah, it's a radio show about like drama and cultural gossip.
But that's another thing about Cory Holcomb is that if it affects him, it really it affects everybody.
Yeah,
and the fact that they did have Cheyenne Bryan, if y'all don't remember.
Yeah, what's his beef with her?
It's the fake psychologist woman.
Yeah, I remember. She has a lot of drama. She took off out of nowhere by getting with the Cam Newton shit.
Yeah. Cam Newton and then Nick Cannon.
And then Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
And then Cory Holcomb was like,
I remember that.
Why do we keep platforming this bitch?
When
we know her.
When she doesn't have a degree and she's a alleged lesbian.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's wrong with that?
That's what he said. I'm just saying.
But what's his beef with that?
You want me to answer that?
Yeah.
How? I can't.
right.
I don't know, but she's a fucking
I can't
lesbian.
remember, but
Did she say anything about him?
She got a lot of weird things down to like the degree. Oh, they don't like each other.
Yeah,
but down to her degree is not even real.
Yeah.
It's pretty much platforming fake doctors. That's pretty much the issue.
Yes.
She went on a run like she was a legit doctor. And it's like one of those situations where I think her school lost the accreditation.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's
she was a doctor.
Yeah, but it was already like on some like Strayer University shit.
Yeah.
And then the Strayer lost their accreditation.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's right to use Strayer because Strayer been around solid for years.
Strayer, Miller, Mott, those are real institutions.
So let's just say when like the first 2-3 years of Strayer.
She went to ICDC
like,
or something.
Yeah, like when we all just was like, the fuck is a Strayer? You know what I'm saying? But niggas are getting real jobs off them Strayer degrees.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nah, man.
But yeah, it's just, it was an issue that she was just making it so far off of essentially just on some fraud shit.
But is a part of his main gripe the fact that he won't be able to go on the Breakfast Club?
Well,
does it boil down to that a little bit?
Of course, and
I
that
think he would go up there. I think he's been up there, but it was Angela Yee era.
Yeah, he literally can't now because of how he feels about Les Larry's.
Just play the video. He talks about it.
And I think he also was kind of highlighting the fact that Charlamagne is egging on the messiness and the drama and throwing the alley-oops in their conflict. There's no mediation there either.
That's
the biggest thing.
That is the main point.
So there's
though,
a two-faced nature to it.
Essentially,
he feels like they have their own private relationship to where it's like, nigga, like we fuck with each other.
But I don't even think Charlamagne likes Jess Hilarious like that anymore. Ever since that whole thing, he don't fuck with her. I don't think. I can't prove that, but I don't think so. Hell no.
What is it? You don't think that he would admire that, like just because of the ratings and just like
nah, because it went to the left.
What thing?
Remember the whole her going on live
and all that,
pulling up to the work.
Yeah,
you told me to play into this shit. Now you want to sit here and act stupid. Like
he could still fuck with her.
It was cool.
I feel like that's pretty light though.
It's not light.
I don't think so.
It's not heavy.
Once,
it's definitely not heavy.
Which I think once like you divulge any sort of like planning we were doing off script for the people on camera, you don't fuck with that person with the same.
You're not a good improv partner.
You don't hate them, but you definitely don't fuck with them before that moment.
I think you're
on the same level as before.
AJ. You're underestimating how much Charlamagne likes to be an OG and how much like as long as she is taking that position of you're my OG and I apologize and he's like this is why you don't do that and they have that conversation, he's fine. He not gonna care enough to like not hate her now. Like he wants her to do well, and she fucked up.
Well, when I said hate, I said that was like a stretch. I don't think he hates her.
Okay.
I think the level of I fuck with you is definitely lower.
Yeah.
She's a loose cannon.
For sure.
What about on Envy's part?
Envy don't like her.
I think Envy. I think that whole situation hurt Envy more than anybody.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Envy's trying not to get arrested.
I don't think so.
He's fucking fine.
I don't think so.
What you mean?
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't think he's going to jail.
Yeah, nigga, that's good.
He's still trying.
I don't think it hurt Envy more because Envy has less emotional attachment to it. He's not the one that brought her in. Why would it?
Well,
I don't think so.
brought her in, but like they still have history. They still go way back, and even during the aftermath of after she went on live and that next show, that next morning, he was hurt.
I remember, yeah.
He was going in. He was like, I couldn't like, and you know, light skinned niggas they're emotionally expressive.
But he was the only one that was actually trying to get to the bottom of her gripe too.
Yeah, because I think he was a little bit more hurt about it. Like he really felt personally like as a friend. I think Charlamagne like was able to put on like the content hat. You know what I mean? To where this is theater of what we do.
Shit, man, I don't even know.
He closed up in that moment.
I don't even know about Envy.
He didn't have anything.
You don't think Envy was sad for real?
Bro, the nigga was scamming people, bro. Who the fuck knows? Like, bro, who knows?
Yeah.
You really think he was scamming
people.
niggas?
You scam people. Your feelings mean nothing.
I don't think
to a certain extent.
Well, you think he was really scamming niggas though?
I don't. Not him, but if
His
you knew,
operation,
if you
for sure.
knew,
Right.
But did he know? You just believe he knew because he was cool with the nigga.
Let's play a couple more seconds.
Because that is the only way you can have a spot doing anything. When you was on the TV show with Lil Rel, you was talking crazy about them people on the plane. Next thing we know, that TV show was yanked.
Forgot all about that.
Oh, I didn't.
You are a messy bitch who act like everybody else got the problem. You a messy, unfunny bitch. And I think my brother Charlamagne is like, I can work this. I know how to work this angle. Because he don't get mad at the bitch. Even when the bitch is out of pocket with him. He throw that bitch alley-oop to go. And I'll be like, that's some messy shit. But okay. Okay, my nigga. They talk about the 5150 show.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's a messy show now. That's a messy show now. And I don't mean that with no disrespect. That's just my opinion. I say it because my name brought up too much and I ain't even on the motherfucking show. You got these unfunny ass comics up there talking shit about me, motherfucker. I need to rebuttal. I ain't got to come on the show. Don't want to come on the show. But I'm just saying, it's like, damn.
He lied.
When the fuck do the motherfucker who everybody talking about get to say something about that shit?
There you go.
That's just like Club 𝔓𝔬𝚃. My name is all over Club 𝔓𝔬𝚃. I am part of the blueprint of Club
She
𝔓𝔬𝚃.
didn't bring you up. He made a joke about that, about you between you and homeboy. That was kind of funny.
Bitch done brought me up before.
Oh, sure.
So motherfuck the bitch and anybody who down with the hoe.
Pause.
So
boom.
Does he get no level of accountability because he bring her up too? And it's like I feel like a lot of the beef between these niggas, it's a lot of him talking.
Okay. It's
a lot of him talking. Like there's clips of
Who do we
Just
think he's
Hilarious.
going at in this clip? It seems pretty clear now.
What are you trying to tell us?
Feels like he's battling with how he fucks with Charlamagne right now.
Well, it's not.
We've always known how he's felt about Just Hilarious, but he is really struggling with how he feels about Charlamagne right now.
Yeah, like
That's how
he's trying to, because he has a warlike mentality, like Cory Holcomb. He's a very like, hey man, it's either this way or no way.
You're stubborn.
So when it comes to being around people that dislike him and people that are around them that he calls them like his friend, he has it's just a nasty taste in his mouth. But I still think he's always gonna fuck with Charlamagne. Charlamagne has thrown him a lot of licks in terms of like
Fuck the bitch and anybody who fucks with the bitch.
Yes, but
yeah, how do you rebuttal that?
How do you rebuttal it? You haven't said nothing either.
Cory, a crazy motherfucker. You can't take everything so literal, especially with Cory Holcomb. Especially when it's about people that he doesn't like. Like, this is just what he does. He's really crazy like that.
And what? So
but I don't.
So he just expects Charlamagne to like run defense for him.
But yeah,
that's what this like. Not what it boils down to. But he just
has he
wants,
been to Club 𝔓𝔬𝚃?
Nah,
He hasn't, right?
Hell no.
No.
Okay.
Why do you think nobody's inviting him on? Because that's a whole other conversation to where it's like, all right, we get that you, like anybody would want to be able to go on and respond to things that are being said about you. But there's a reason niggas don't reach out to Cory Holcomb.
Because people don't, because of this. Like,
So
literally
it's his
because
fault?
of this. Like, him saying what he thinks. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of simple. People don't like that in the industry, especially when you get to the point that he is at, you know, his industry.
Is that the answer? The nigga's just a martyr?
But I also don't, to your question, like, should Charlamagne actively be doing anything? No. I don't know. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Should
don't
he
think
be
so.
running defense?
Because, like you said, Cory Holcomb, he be talking shit too.
I don't think he was.
And that's a whole, like, I feel like he doesn't really, nobody really ever holds him accountable in that regard. I know more about what he said about Jess than what Jess has said about him.
He's also the bigger voice. And he did. I mean,
he's speaking like he's coming from an underdog position.
And he did
from the
ask
fact that he's
AJ.
the only nigga not on the Breakfast Club. He hasn't been on Club Shay Shay. All these other people have, and they've been able to talk their shit.
Yeah, it's he's the black sheep. He's the black sheep. But what was you saying?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
But you was like, he didn't ask Charlamagne for like help.
Yeah, he didn't ask him to defend him. You were saying that you were asking like, what does Charlamagne want him to do? Like, ask him.
But as a homie though, like when you see that this is my friend, he's on there with somebody I don't like who's popping shit about me. There is no onus on you to like to say something.
I don't know. So when I listened to this whole clip, everything we just listened to, I heard him preface. I heard no disrespect, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Because he started with, I love Charlamagne. He didn't say he's done things for me. He said his exact words, he was very careful how he said it. His exact words were something along the lines of, he said he's done things that have helped me.
That has had my back.
That have had my back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And I will say, as a person who's watched,
let me finish.
That doesn't matter. As a person who's watched 5150, he said Charlamagne has helped him.
You just AJ'd AJ.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it, but he said Charlamagne has helped him. So, and this is what I'm saying. This is Cory Holcomb. He says things that kind of he pulls a Joe. He pulls a groove all the time. Like he'll say things that kind of put him in good light without like, you know, the other stuff.
I don't be doing it.
Like, and he probably said that because he didn't want to put down somebody that's done so much for him. Mm-hmm. So he prefaced that.
So much?
He's looked out for him. Getting put on the Breakfast Club when you're on the road comic, like you're on the road, you got to make money on the road. That's a look.
And Cory Holcomb has been on there back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cory Holcomb's been on there.
Like twice.
Yeah, he's been on there. He's
That's
throwing
enough.
him, and like I said, throwing him little licks, helped him out, looked out for him.
Like what? He didn't even break it down. What has he done for him?
He just trusts him.
That's what I'm saying. Like we saying it like we know he got him a deal somewhere. I know he's been on the Breakfast Club.
Well,
and I didn't even really hear the licks part. From what I heard, he said he's defended him at times where it was kind of necessary.
This is just
he's had his back.
This is just
those are his exact words.
This is just in this episode. I'm telling you what I've watched in the past before 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 was there, before Cory Holcomb had a reason to think any other way. Before he had a reason to think any other way about Charlamagne. You get what I'm saying? And back then it was, oh yeah, Charlamagne the homie, man. Hey, I can't say nothing bad about Charlamagne.
He said that at the beginning of this statement too.
I
love him.
And respect to the guy.
Yeah.
But
then he described in an interesting way. He reminded us again, because we already know his stance on Just Hilarious. That's not new on any level. Yeah. He just reminded us again why he doesn't like Just Hilarious, but he also made sure he highlighted the things that he doesn't like that she does with Charlamagne and how that show is being cultivated in terms of being messy. And then also articulated how this is a messy bitch and I don't like niggas who like to be around messy bitches.
Because he's doing exactly what we talked about in the beginning about he's being real.
No disrespect, but
that's not real. I think he doesn't like niggas that are around bitches he don't like. I think it's that simple.
But
the fact that they have beef personally, like if Just Hilarious was the same person, had the same approach to like gossip or whatever the fuck she does, but she didn't have an issue with Cory Holcomb, it wouldn't be an issue.
No disrespect, but yeah, that's what I said. No disrespect, but
yeah, and towards Charlamagne.
Yeah, I think we already know. There's no confusion on how he feels about Just Hilarious at all. We could just throw that off the table. Everybody knows how Cory Holcomb and Just Hilarious feel about each other. He didn't say all those things just to wrap Charlamagne up in just for sport. It seems like he's struggling with where he's supposed to be putting him now.
Because Cory Holcomb is, for all in, he understands the position that Charlamagne is in. Like, he understands that Charlamagne isn't about to just say fuck Jess Hilarious just because of his friendship with Cory. So it is a tricky predicament to be in when it's like, all right, you don't like this bitch, but you fuck with her boss.
I don't think it's boss.
You get the point though. Semantics. You get what I'm saying? So how do you navigate that by saying fuck the bitch, but respect to Charlamagne, but he be on some hoe shit?
He said fuck the bitch and everybody that fucks with her. That's what he said.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he said.
Yes, but I mean, all right. He also didn't say fuck Charlamagne. But it could have been a temperature check.
Yeah.
It could have been a temperature check.
I heard a no disrespect, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean.
But didn't he lead with love and respect first, too?
I was about to say, bro, you don't watch Cory. Like, you don't watch the 5150 show.
I watch a decent amount of it.
Yeah, but
Not
you
enough.
don't know, like, this is what he does. Like, this is love. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of exonerated, like, Charlamagne from it in a weird way because he still fucks with Charlamagne. Like, I don't think Cory Holcomb is the type to fall out with a dude over a bitch. I don't know. I don't think that can happen.
If it's a messy one. Nothing like messy bitches.
If it's a messy bitch. And he did preface that. Messy bitches are the worst.
I'm just addressing the words that I heard him say. That's it.
So
you think it hurt his relationship with Charlamagne then?
I think he's struggling with it. I think he's struggling with how to view him. That's what I heard.
That's fair. I don't think that's that far fetched actually.
It's fair.
Yeah, I don't think that's that far fetched.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because why would I say I love this person? Remind us all the reasons why you hate this person, and then in every point that I give on why I hate Jess Hilarious, have a way to rope Charlamagne into it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You could do that to like stop the internet from going crazy, but also I see your point.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
do.
it's like
because
I don't like her. This bitch is messy. Charlamagne does seem to just keep throwing the bitch alley oops and giving
Shit
her
like that.
opportunities.
Yeah, shit like that.
And then it's like I just maybe, and then it's the pause, and it's maybe some niggas just like to be around messy bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what type of nigga? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he's trying to figure it out too in real time. It feels like.
Yeah. And he might be going about it
Does
the
he
wrong
love him
way.
for the opportunities he's giving him? For sure. I don't believe that. But it's like, I don't know. If this is how you're moving now, if I didn't view you like this before, but this is how it seems to be moving forward, I don't know how I should move with you moving forward. That's all
I get it.
And it all depends. It all depends because I'm pretty sure when Nick Cannon had Cheyenne Bryan on, he had words like, Nick, what the fuck are you doing with this bitch? Like, to the same.
The Cheyenne Bryan thing was crazy because I feel like she got the.
And she talked about his family.
I feel like she got the Nick Cannon shit off scot-free, and I feel like she got the Cam Newton shit off like scot-free before we knew things were really shaky on her side.
Yeah.
By the time she got the Breakfast Club, there were plenty of think pieces out where it was like, I don't think this is the woman that we all thought she was. You know what I'm saying? And it was like...
She was still moving and grooving by the time she got to the Breakfast Club, though.
What was so wrong about her, though? She just didn't have the credentials, or she was spreading harmful information?
She didn't have the credentials, and she was like a fucking... Yeah.
There were things... There was
kind of
information.
toxic. And it was... She rapped, like she spoke like a fucking... Like a...
Clinical professional?
No, not like a clinical professional. Like a preacher that's here to get money off these niggas. Like, it felt more like...
Oh, your style.
It felt like that. Yeah, but it's like the pimping wasn't good enough, though.
Yeah, it wasn't sweet.
It wasn't good enough for
You
my
like that
for
shit.
my tithes and offering.
Yeah.
It was like...
She couldn't choose you.
This is weird. And then it was like, once her like red flags started popping
Yeah.
up, the red flags were up. Nick Cannon, there was some space in between Nick Cannon and Club and
Breakfast Club?
Sorry, there was some space between Cam Newton, Nick Cannon, and Cam Newton. Close. There was a gap, and there was plenty of evidence and red flags that were popped up in that gap before she got up to fucking Breakfast Club. No question. I remember that because I just thought she was just another little gimmicky chick that's a doctor, and then it was like, oh man, these videos coming out about her are weird. And then when I watched her at The Breakfast Club, it was no pushback on any level. It was like I think they kind of brought it up lightly, and that was a segue for her to say, well, it was a lying fat motherfucker named Cory Holcomb who put that lie out about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was no real addressing, I went to this school, I got this degree. It was nothing. It was like, yeah, Fat Slob did that. And it was like, oh, okay. And that was it. That's how close they got to even asking her about some of the weird things that the internet had kind of exposed about what she had been doing for real.
This nigga got a lot of beef with women.
Yeah,
And honestly, she's gone now.
Yeah,
where the fuck
nowhere.
is she at? She's gone.
Hopefully she's studying.
Yeah, she's
at
gone.
a real school.
She's probably on Reddit or something, showing her cavities. But it's all
Cory needs to heal.
Yeah.
He needs to heal. He needs to let go of all this hate in his heart. It'd be better.
And we'll see what happens next week, but I don't think he'll follow with Charlamagne because he hates Jess. I just don't think.
I think he's just readjusting, that's all.
Temperature check, man. Temperature check.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
New on Everyday Club.
I want to zoom in on it. The experience alone is 10 out of 10, but like
Folding it, eating with the different ways you eat it depends on your flavor, your palate, but changes the way it
watch
tastes.
now.
And the toilet is clean enough for you to sit your ass on it. That is impressive.
Did you throw up in there? No, I'm just pooping. You know how I be.
Welcome to AS Color. So I like this one.
We're doing all powder.
So I stood here one day for like 4 hours just trying to make one basket.
Money.
That child is going to be a pro athlete.
Put your little. Oh, it's hot.
This is very hot, yeah.
Oh.
Is it working?
Does that look center to you?
I don't know, is it Ryan?
Business. All right, so we have our giant check. Evan's gonna press the button so you guys can see that it's real. Evan's very good at spinning it.
Like and subscribe.
Join us. It's going to be a good time.
But we have reached that point in the show where it is hashtag office hours time. We said it, hashtag office hours time. Partner to the end of the show, we get to answer some of y'all questions, concerns, comments, everything above. It all means the same thing to us because we gonna read it because it's a hashtag office hours. But yeah, man, said we got some booklets today. I think it's only right if the best reader in this motherfucker read it.
AJ, you ready?
No.
I thought you was the best reader. What was all that dance moves, nigga? I thought you was warming up.
I'm the best dancer.
Oh.
Not the best
I
reader.
don't know. I think the jury's out on that shit, dog.
I don't.
I think I've never seen you dance for real.
I've never seen y'all like bop.
Nah, you ain't been paying attention. Niggas be bopping and shit.
I've never even seen that.
Nah, you got to see us whole shows, dog. I be dancing.
What?
I be dancing. I dance. You a little tight.
You don't be dancing, nigga.
I be dancing.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
nigga.
right.
What are you talking about, dog? You seen the bibbity bop? But zoom in.
I got you.
Is this Michael Solis?
Jay Vicious.
Shout out Jay Vicious. You normally leave audio, right?
This is Charlotte nigga, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, not all the time.
Hashtag office hours. First things first. Congratulations to episode 100 to the Homeroom University Pod. The quality of the content speaks for itself. The ad placements and the growth of the set speaks louder than that. Second, I want to shout out Jay Noblez for stepping up his potting and shouting me out for the classmate recognition. We saw the suit and the socks, pimp. Now time to talk my shit and pop smoke out of pure love for the pod. Really shocked y'all didn't cover the rap beef as it was happening in real time because almost every other pod of 2024 had something to do with Kendrick versus Drake beef to some degree. Joey took the W, but the Ray Vaughn LA Leakers freestyles was solid. Y'all have hate for Fat Joe, Big Sean, Kendrick fans, and also don't give light to real lyricism when it's on display until after the smoke clears. But show endless love to motherfuckers like Future and Primo Rice. Yes,
they're specifically talking about y'all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, with that
yes, I emptied the clip and y'all on that topic.
This nigga compared Big Sean and Kendrick fans.
There it is.
Well, no, he's saying we had hate for those people.
He's saying you.
Yeah, but he's also saying to show
It
love.
almost sounded like he's saying y'all can't even recognize when real lyricism is happening.
Yes.
Nigga, real lyricism is dead. What the fuck is you talking about?
And this is
Well,
also
that answers your question on
right
why
And
they're not addressing it.
Wait, first of
until
all,
the smoke clears.
what
Second,
Tone
I
says is
do-
not weed. This is not French, nigga. I have my own opinion. What do you think?
Nobody cares about you. Wait, what was the question?
I don't know. I forgot because
don't we have to keep reading?
somebody
Is this
said
a-
weed
you gotta
after you
answer that
said
first
something.
part. That was all about y'all music opinions and taste.
Oh no,
man. I mean, you liking what's the nigga name? Don
Don't
Kennedy?
talk about me. He was asking about y'all.
And first of all,
is that what he said? Go back up.
What the fuck?
I was busy reading it. I couldn't understand at the same
I want to
time.
know how that connects. That because we hate Big Sean, we can't love Primo Rice or Future.
Yeah.
First of all, Future has some of the best lyrics. Like
Future is deeper than all of these artists he mentioned.
I don't know about that per se,
Philosophically, he's deeper than all of these artists he mentioned.
in terms of
Kendrick don't have a Xanax damage.
Yeah, no.
There's no love thy enemies, dog.
There's no love thy enemies.
Listen before you speak. What was the real question?
It was a statement.
In that first,
It was just a statement.
It was
a
nothing.
statement.
AJ. Second, I do have to give respect to AJ for standing up and drawing the line between content creation and exploiting black trauma with the Piers Morgan trying to get the white biatch to say nigga live on the air. Yes, y'all are in the business of making content, but does that come at a cost of exploiting black trauma? In other words, leave that to Adam Deuce Deuce. Here's a real question for y'all. Finally, do y'all look at Adam 22 and JBP as two sides of the same coin, purely in the sense that they entice beef/violence amongst their hosts or the people on their network to create engagement for their overall network? Adam seems to constantly have some form of internal beef/drama amongst his network hosts, and Joe incites drama both on the pod and in Twitter Spaces. I only ask because it seems like Adam gets worse treatment because he's white exploiting black, but black exploiting black doesn't get the same look.
I would agree with that.
It's always love shown over here. Keep selling them ad slots, pimps, because today it's a podcast, mind them, and tomorrow it's a corporation. Hashtag 704.
Charlotte shit, nigga.
And I'm glad you said that. And by the way, we didn't say this in the beginning, but if you have anything that you would like to be advertised by, the one and onlys, please hit us in the DM and email.
Yes.
Things of that nature.
P.O. boxes.
Yes, I would say Adam definitely gets it. If you're white and hip hop and you're doing anything along those lines, you're definitely catching the worst end of that.
Yeah.
Even
Fuck
if you're
you.
black doing it, it's just that is true. If I was to be like, try to like not, I guess they are two sides of the same coin. If I was gonna try to like be a Joe Venger and just like make it seem like what he's doing is that much better than what Adam's doing, I would use the excuse of he comes from reality TV, so he understands how to sell that level of drama.
Yeah.
In terms
He has
of like
a degree in drama.
Essentially, yeah, I would say his love in hip hop gave him a degree in drama because he's one of the most polarizing figures that was ever on Love and Hip Hop.
Also, but friend drama is different than like gang ties and gang lore.
It
and
is.
warring neighborhoods and warring colors that are going against each other.
That's
like
true.
the two different levels of severity that they're playing with.
100%. Yeah.
So like niggas could die over what goes on at No Jumper versus like friendships ending,
Right.
which is bad.
It's pretty
but it's
severe, but it's a
levels.
lot harder to. There's too many more outside influences in terms of gang shit.
Yeah.
Because those two niggas on camera might be screened, but like it's never the people on camera you have to worry about.
Yeah.
It's everybody else and how they feel about that shit and how they feel about the person that it happened to
How they
that they
gonna be
fuck with. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's always some bullshit.
Also, for Lauren, my fellow stateside Jamaican, Golden Crust, the Royal Caribbean, real ones know when I'm asking. Hashtag if you know, you know.
At home, mama's house.
You talking about the bean patty?
He didn't answer the question.
I did answer the question.
You gotta.
I did answer the question.
Is Royal Caribbean like what is
Your
that?
mom's
He's
house?
talking about like another place to get food. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's better?
And you said neither.
Yes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So that's a non-answer, dog.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
my
pick-
answer is Golden Crust. There you
I'm
go.
about to say.
God damn it. He knows your mom's house
that's what
is
I'm
probably
saying.
better, but
Golden Crust.
Everybody's
everybody's
picking home
mom's
first.
house is amazing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Everybody's mom house.
I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, I got other places that I'd go over both of those places.
We got
That's
this shit
good.
called is Lee's popping still?
Lee's Kitchen. People still love
Lee's
that.
Kitchen? Yeah.
Yeah, I
still
feel like that's
that,
like the first Jamaican spot.
Every one of them have like
That's how you
a
bust
thing
your
they
cherry
do
in
well
Raleigh.
and like things that they don't
Honestly,
do well.
I never heard somebody say, "Yo, let's get some Jamaican food." It was like Lee's Kitchen first, outside of like.
Well, it's either Lee's Kitchen
You know
or
what I'm
Jerk
saying?
Masters.
His mom cooking or something.
One of those
I feel
two.
like Golden Crust is probably like not on the
That's
bottom.
a
but
standard spot, but it's not on the
Word?
bottom though. But like, especially if you go to New York, they have good Golden Crust
Oh,
up
well,
there.
New York,
but
yeah, I'm about to say I don't think there's that many here at the beginning.
Nah, there's like 3
it
out
ain't-
here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's 3.
Shit. Three's not a lot though.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
But I mean, not
Plus
compared to
the
like
size
New
of
York.
them,
But I am close to one
enough,
though.
Yeah,
I am close to
yeah.
one, and I've never been. I gotta try them out.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good shit. You'll still get good shit in there. But I mean, like Golden Crust is just like a cookie cutter looking kind of spot overall. But like, there's
the McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. It kind
Kinda.
of looks like some bullshit, dog. Like it
But,
looks like the fast food version.
Yeah.
But there's a spot like, everybody knows Lee's Kitchen you're talking about, and then Jerk Masters is another one that's okay.
Jerk Masters.
The one that I haven't tried is like I think it's Mommy Nora's.
I've heard.
I've heard of that shit.
I heard it was great. I just never tried it.
I think my mom
I've heard that
was
too.
there.
Yeah,
I've heard
it was
that
great.
too. Yeah,
I
I've
heard it
heard
was
that.
great. I used to go to a place called Taste of Jamaica in Cary because my mom knew the lady who, you know what I'm saying, did everything. So when I walked in there, and she was like, she's better cooking, and her mom's better cooking.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
It's
I went in
different.
there. And
I'm going
It
home.
was good.
Yeah, right,
I was good to go.
right.
There's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's generations of flavor.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Damn, that sound good.
Yeah.
Damn, I've never been to Golden Crest. That shit is right down the street
Hungry
too.
to the
Oh yeah,
They got a drive-thru too, right?
Do they have a drive-thru?
No.
No drive-thru.
Nah, you gotta walk in.
It's a walk-in joint?
It's in the
yeah,
shopping
walk-in,
center.
yeah.
Gross.
And they got the food in front of there. You get to choose. You know, you watch them.
It
put it in
kind of
the
like
drink.
blends in. Like you just, it's always
It
been
could be
there.
a laundromat.
Just go get it.
If you just squint at it, it could be
Yeah.
anything,
And
dog.
just go get a beef patty, bro. That shit like $3.
Well, this is the thing. I've gotten a beef patty from a. I've
From
gotten
the
a beef
frozen food
patty.
section.
I've gotten a beef patty from a Jamaican food truck off of New Bern before.
Ooh.
Which that shit was fire, but
You
like
fucking around,
that
catch
was.
some, you know,
I've
New Bern.
never been to a Jamaica. I've been to Lee's Kitchen and that food truck off of New Bern.
Yeah.
Which was random. I just stopped there. I don't know why I even stopped in that area.
You just saw
That's
it.
But
a
I was-
dangerous place to stop, dog.
But I was. I know New Bern is kind of crazy.
New Bern is
bruh.
wild.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dog.
It ain't wild, man. Y'all niggas pussy, man.
You don't be out there.
Niggas need to be gangster. Michael Sola, shout out to you. Hashtag office hours. Why do goofy people play with violence? Maybe it's just me, but having lived a bit of life, I know you don't threaten violence unless you're ready for violence.
Facts.
Everybody's tough on Call of Duty. Shout out Akademiks. But if everyone already knows you're lame, just stay lame and focus on making good content.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Thank you. Yes.
Well, the thing about his lameness is that he has like a cult fan base that disagrees.
Yeah.
That's
And-
enough to
and-
drive you crazy.
And a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A
and
lot of money.
A lot of protection. And just a lot of niggas who are willing to go to bat for him in the chat, dog.
And that is true.
in the chat.
When
Yeah,
you have
not
your
in real
own,
life.
when you have your own legion of niggas who think that you're tough or just won't call you out on empty threats.
Yeah, they're just gonna let you, say
just
whatever
live.
and
You just
encourage it.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got 100,000 niggas looking at you going, yeah, keep going.
But
And
you're
you
100%.
think
Yeah.
it's weird. Like, because Ak hasn't really been through anything.
Right. I mean, that
he's never
part
really
about
been-
you don't threaten violence unless you're ready to use violence. You've had to experience violence to know that.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You've
Like,
had to been on the other end of violence.
at least a fair share of it.
He's
you know
never
what
even
I'm
been
saying?
jumped, right?
Yeah, I
and
don't
that's
know.
light in
Yeah,
terms of what
that's-
he should,
right.
have, you know.
Based on
Even-
the things he
even-
said.
Based on the
Yeah,
things he said,
for
at
sure.
least jumped. A couple.
Yeah.
I don't think
flames.
he's ever even had like the threat of violence.
No, Vic Mensa. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
no, like a real threat of violence, like a nigga in his
Like
school.
back in college
A
or
nigga in his
some
school
shit.
is like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass after lunch.
Right.
And like having to
Yeah.
sit in class, like, oh shit, like
It's
I should be getting ready for
it's
this.
only been.
Or he's always avoided it.
Yeah.
Or like it might have happened, but he always like figured out a way to like slither out of it kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And when it happens on the internet, it's like some dude that says he's gangsta somewhere that you don't live
I mean,
saying
once
he's
you've
gonna
really
hurt you.
been punched in the face for real,
Yeah.
changes you as a human. You know what I'm saying? Like legit
Yeah.
catching a nice one.
Yeah.
Bow right to your nose or
Clean
some shit.
too.
Or your
Yeah.
jaw. Yeah, you move.
Slow you down a
Especially
little
if
bit.
you was dead wrong.
Right
You was
or
dead
wrong,
wrong
man.
and you
Just
got
catching
humbled.
Yeah.
catching a cool punch to the face.
Yeah.
Will have you viewing violence different.
Well, getting into a fight.
Yeah.
Like just your first fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get into a second
Be
one, you
nervous as fuck.
Lo-
like,
losing-
you know what I'm
losing a
saying?
fight-
You
losing
still
a fight,
might
that's-
always be nervous before a fight, but it's just
That's good.
you've been there though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Keeps you alive.
never getting punched in the face and pretty much always wondering what that feels like. Like I know what a good punch to the face feels like. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God,
And
yeah.
that means a lot.
But I also know
Yeah.
what I also know what it's like to fight in fear, like fearful of
Right.
fighting and fighting.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
like I don't even want to do this, but I'm here now.
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
for
have,
sure.
Yeah. You gotta have some life experience happen to you.
You can just always tell
gotta
when a
piss
nigga
niggas
has.
off.
You can always tell when a nigga's never been punched in the face.
You got to piss
Yeah.
niggas off.
And then
in
I've
real
also
life.
been on the other side of it where like I think I'm gonna have to hit this nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I've been on
Yeah.
both sides of that shit. You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
because a nigga hits you over the same reason. So
or
now
that,
you-
or it's just like they said it, and now there's one place.
Yeah.
We have to go here.
Yeah.
I have to put my hands on you.
Bro,
You
when
know
I
what I'm saying? Like,
One of the first times I experienced that as a kid was just a nigga like knocking on my door over and over telling me I stole stole some shit of his, like a Game Boy or some shit. And he thought it was in my house, and my mom was like asleep from having like a long day. I kept telling him like, "Yo, you keep knocking on my door. I'm gonna rock you, nigga. I'm gonna rock you, nigga.
You're disturbing my home.
Yeah, you're disturbing my home.
Yeah.
Mom taking a nap punch.
I gave him one last time. I said, hey, I swear to, yay. He came back. He did that shit again. I went outside.
Yeah,
nigga.
Has to
I told
happen.
you, bro.
But did you have his Game Boy?
No. I think the homie inside had it though. One of my homies
that's-
inside the crib.
That's some real shit, man. A lot of niggas haven't been in fights.
No,
And like the
lots.
new generation coming up, oh my God.
Yeah.
Niggas don't be like really fighting.
Nah, niggas still be fighting, dog.
No.
Niggas still be
Tone.
fighting. In school?
Niggas don't be fighting.
In school?
Niggas don't be
Well,
fighting,
what
dog.
I will say that's
serious? Yes, bro,
what I
niggas
will
don't
say,
die, bro.
like the worst
And I'm not
thing,
trying to act like we was doing
we
a lot of it
avoided
too,
it.
but
And honestly, it was really just like our generation. Like by the time 2010 hit and every generation after that graduated high school, we really didn't have to worry about getting into a fight in school and going viral.
Yeah.
It happened. But it really
didn't
wasn't like
It's not everywhere.
It's like fighting now is even deeper. Like going viral, getting your ass whooped, getting jumped, like any of that. Like I can't imagine that shit, bro.
it's only a couple people going viral.
Yeah, going really like you might go viral in your school or just like in
That's
the
enough.
immediate
That's
area.
a lot though. That's a lot.
But some of them shits
There's a
blow
video.
over.
There's a video for all of your school. You're not gonna go viral for the state or the nation or whatever.
Yeah.
But everybody in your school saw that video.
And you know, I
And-
see some shit.
yeah.
I see niggas end up on the news.
Right.
To where it's like if you don't end up on the news, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
That
but
shit
going,
really
like-
like that
going
deep.
back
viral
then-
just within school is real, bro.
Bro, yeah, because back then though, it was
pressure.
also like a thing to see the fight and be one of the niggas that like, because now you get to ask everybody ask the story, and it's
Yeah.
like everybody got the
Yeah.
story from a little bit of a different angle.
Yeah, that's a
and,
fact.
and it
That's a
makes
fact.
it makes that story a lot more like mystical, a lot much more like.
I feel like
Like
your legend
legend.
hold. You're
Yeah.
a legend especially if you won.
Oh,
Even
man.
if it was just a good fight. Like there's fights that I can talk about right now. I just remember these niggas just really going the fuck at it. And I was like, holy shit, they're trying to take each other's heads off. Nobody dropped though.
Yeah.
And they shook hands at the end. And I was like, woo!
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ready for that level of fight yet.
You felt
know
like
what I'm saying?
Beasley, like,
yeah, bro. Like, I watched that. I
Shit was
finished watching that
sexy.
fight and realized I'm not ready to fight those type of niggas.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that's you have to be prepared for that.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember I also saw the same shit. I saw a Crip and a Blood fight in my school. Like the first time I saw that in person, and like the nigga got rocked. I never forget this nigga. I never forget this nigga, yo. The first time, cause he was cool. He was one of the homies. First time I seen him get
Crip
hit.
homie or the blood homie?
Crip homie.
Ah.
Yeah, he first time I seen him get hit, he started smiling and cheesing. He was like, yeah, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
And then the nigga started throwing hands. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
different. It's
Yeah.
different.
Okay,
over
that's
here.
Welcome
okay.
to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, them niggas, they dope. That's
Those
what
are
they
the
do.
real men of society. You get hit and
The real soldiers.
The future
love
inmates.
it.
Nowadays, they don't really teach the signs of levels in conversation, like knowing the different things that are basically phrases for "we're ready to fight right now."
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not
They
really
don't.
taught.
That is true.
That's not taught. The
You
only
got-
way you can be taught is in a fight. Now,
You got to get punched to know when you've hit that level. Or you've seen niggas, you
Or
heard what they
boxing
said,
fighters,
and you said, oh, that's why he got beat up.
Yeah.
Got you. That was the last straw. They said a lot of things about each other. He said that, though.
Yeah.
Or she said that.
Or just yeah.
Yeah, they be fighting too.
Oh, yeah. I
Yo.
feel like most of our fights in high school was over a bitch, though. Like,
Well, most of the fights were bitches. Fighting.
Yeah, women fought more.
the women definitely fought more than
Nigga,
the men.
there was a battle in the 9th grade center, and that shit was just epic because both girls' titties popped out.
That'll
it was
happen.
amazing.
That's always
And it
the
happened at the same time too. It was just like they both reached and grabbed, missed, and bow.
Man, when the women would fight, that shit would be so
It
violent.
was like
bro.
two
fight to
eyes
kill, bro.
looking at you.
Holy shit, that shit was violent.
They always fight to kill.
pulling tracks out and shit.
Yeah, it's like cats fighting.
It'd be so bloody too, bro. Like
Yeah.
they always draw blood,
It's
bro.
scratch.
And
Man,
they got long nails.
nails hurt.
You know?
I fucked with this hood chick one time from Rocky Mount. She had cuts all over her face from a fight she had gotten into because the bitch had like rings on, but she had like these like microscopic like cuts all over her face from that fight.
Yeah.
Little mini tears.
Crazy.
Pussy was probably crazy.
Fuck the
Oh
raw.
my god. Top five.
Pussy was probably crazy.
Top five.
Right? Yeah.
Top five off the rip.
Yeah.
Off the rip. She might be top 3. It was really like that.
Yeah.
Hood bitch pussy is different.
Elite.
Yeah.
It's elite for real.
Yeah. That shit
Yeah,
got
bro.
footwork.
It's only
Yeah, for
it's only
real,
a couple
dog.
things to live for, and she's doing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's a fact, my nigga. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
Hashtag office hours. Great question about black podcasts doing repetitive shit. That's annoying. Since the Drake/Kendrick beef, I can't stand the term PDF or hashtag PDF file. Also, when podcasters use sports, mainly basketball, analogies, y'all do it time to time, but I specifically remember Rory and Mal and Joe starting to that shit. Also, when podcasters do the hypocritical or hypothetical.
Oh, real quick, he's listing off the thing. Remember last week the
Yeah.
question was the things that you hate that black podcasters doing, and we were saying like narrative.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
running through his list.
He's running through his.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
hypothetical versus matches. It's over, dog, and not coming back. Lastly, the terms cap, the emoji, and pause. Let's retire that shit. All that aside, the academic stuff irked me too. Let's go, Lauren.
Lauren.
Spelled that wrong.
Yeah,
That
you
works.
spelled that wrong. But
Niggas-
pay attention.
This nigga's stupid.
Lauren,
let's go, Lauren.
Lauren.
Dumbass.
Pay attention and let's not overlook what he said. I've been waiting for one of you punk rappers, or I hate these pussy ass rappers. Dude, true colors always showing. He moves like an agent and a parasite, using the culture as his host.
Oh my God.
Boy, you was cooking, my nigga.
Waxing for what?
Yeah, you going crazy on this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, because there's just that
Jesus.
one misspelled word. That shit fucked us up. But I don't remember there being a question asked. I hate some of that shit too, dog.
Oh, I think there's another slide.
There is.
Okay.
I'm saying everybody had. I think that Michael Solis was the only one that was one screenshot.
So this is just like a little verbal stream of consciousness. But y'all respond on with the math situation. It's hard to have empathy for a nigga having a couple 6-figure months, especially with the ugly ass fits he was sporting.
Oh, damn.
Sporting. He's ambiguous. I always had trapper's mindset, and there was no one to help me. Story is weak and
I'm
displays
so sick of that shit.
no accountability. He's always explaining his side too much. He just comes off as a grimy Brooklyn nigga that smells like a black and mild and a jupe. And eyes is always yellow.
I don't know what
F-Mac, look up jupe, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
I don't even
Somebody
know if
look
I
that-
pronounced it correctly.
I
but,
think that's a yellow. I say yellow, Asian hate
a
word.
jupe. Also, I thought Jay Nobles or Groove was going to pause the video after Esso said, earn your leisure. Ninja sounded like Amigo ad lib. Why would we pause that? That's not really gay. Lastly, are y'all trolling us with the thumbnails each week? Y'all be looking like an R&B cover. Congrats on episode 100, and I think he just called us handsome somehow.
Yeah, right. Like the main show.
Yeah, like shit. I mean, we ain't been trying to look good, but
Right, I think
we appreciate it.
We think they look good though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he said we look like the love interest.
Shout out to F-Mac. F-Mac, we put them together.
Yeah, F-Mac behind the camera.
Yeah, white man be putting them together.
And
So,
you know, we do our job when he's got the camera out, nigga.
yeah. So
We might as well be a boy band.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that is a weird way to say you really like them.
Yeah, like y'all niggas been looking good
Wow.
lately. yo.
right.
R&B covers.
Oh, update. Jupe. Slang possibly expressing excitement or energy.
What context did he use it in?
I don't know.
Black and
Smells like a
mild.
black
It's
and
a
mild
thing.
and jupe.
And eyes is always yellow. Maybe droop is like some kind of like up
Like
north
like a crackhead. Or?
little knick-knack.
Lame
like, I
ass
don't know.
nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga juping out.
Yeah, maybe it's a acronym and we
cornball.
don't know it.
Imagine this a typo and we doing all the
Yeah,
we
that's
doing
what
work
I'm
for
saying.
him. That's
Double back this week and let us know
Yeah.
if jupe is jupe what it is, and tell us your context for it, or if this is a typo.
isn't this the Lauren nigga?
This
Go
is-
back up.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the same one.
It's just a different one.
It's a different
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Is it?
But what was his name though?
Oh, his name is on the other joint.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah.
J Star Q6.
J Star Q6. And what's that little symbol by
Oh,
his name? Does that mean he's
J-Star.
like paying for something?
Never
No,
mind.
that means he's here a lot.
Okay. Dope. That's just like paying for something.
And I take that back.
Almost.
You are smart,
Yeah.
and we appreciate you. Just like we appreciate the guy that's watching that wasn't about to put his hashtag office hours. Yeah, you. I see you. We see you. Everybody sees you.
Yo, AJ was confused. He's
Actually,
like, do I hit the bell?
Yeah, he really
Hold
had me
on,
lost.
marketing nigga.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
We see you, nigga. Put your hashtag office hours. We're gonna love to read your comment. It could be about anything, relationship problems. This part of the show is not really about podcasts, so don't be afraid to, divulge some information about your life and your situation that you're going through.
And if you don't feel like typing it, you can always do the audio.
You can always do the audio,
Audio.
and
We
if-
do video too, my nigga. It's like,
Oh yeah, or
send it
video.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Just
if
if
it's
you do
that
the video on
important-
Instagram, make sure when you hit send, it's the save in chat option.
Yes.
That way it's easy to download.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my only request.
And if it's that
We should have
important,
niggas send
we
us
won't show your
letters.
name and shit.
We should have niggas send us letters.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy.
You want
That'd be-
letters?
Yeah, you want no
not
love and
afraid of
appreciation?
anthrax?
Absolutely
in
not.
written word?
Absolutely not.
We got this PO box. We got to use it.
Fuck no. We gonna
be change that shit
What you
too,
mean,
to a different location. But
This ain't no lovey-dovey shit, man. This is
It could be.
This is Homeroom University. Y'all made it to the end. Hashtag office hours in the comment section below. We're going to answer some of your questions next week. And check out the $5 Patreon. We talked about a lot of good stuff. We talked about HIV and how to prevent it and how to protect yourself.
Game
and who
homes.
who got burnt the most? You can find out on Patreon. Yeah, man. That's all we got. J Nobles.
Groove.
AJ the Menace.
White man on the board.
Yep.
FM right beside him.
Still me.
That's him. We're out.